Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Nitin. Hello, Jyoti. Good morning, Pratiksha. Good morning, Ananya. Hello, Sanyukta. Hello, SK. Good morning, Dev. Hello, Rasika. Good morning, Kavya. Good morning, Vedant. Hello, Gaurav. Gaurav, you're back again. Hello, Pranjal. Good morning, Nivasika. Good morning, Rahul. Hello, Suma. Hello, AJ. Hello, Vishal. Dipanshi. Good morning, Gopal. Hello, Shreya. Hello, Shailja. Good morning, Mahesh. And good morning, everyone. There are so many of you, Sarika, Swatarna, Dipanchi, and guys, whosoever is watching this session on YouTube, good morning to you all as well. Uh, guys, I think yes, I'm audible and I'm visible. So, guys, do let me in the on the YouTube panel as well, your YouTube chat box. This is just a demo class for your YouTube aspirants. So, guys, if you're thinking of preparing for NABARD Grade A Phase 2 exam, and if you're thinking that you need some hand holding, some insightful classes into your preparation, this is a crash course that we have recently launched. You can find the link of this crash course in your description of the video, and you can enroll from there on. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Saparna. How are you? All right, guys, please turn on your cameras here. It would be lovely to see you. It would be amazing to see the future NABARD Grade A managers here, and it would be lovely to interact you that way. So, guys, no judgment whatsoever at all. Wherever you are, be even if you are at home, you're in the library, you are at work, wherever you are, please turn on your cameras. It would be lovely to see you. Thank you, AJ. AM AJ, that is okay, assistant manager, and okay, AM stands for assistant manager. What is the next part? Good morning, Shreya. Uh, Hello, Rahul. Good to see you guys. Jyoti, Pratiksha, Sanyukta, Dev, Ananya, please turn on your cameras here. अच्छा लगेगा यार देखो. It seems really boring to teach a blank screen. I hope you do get my point. So it would be lovely to interact with you and to get to understand where you feel like working in the right direction, and what you need for this exam. So all your queries will be answered, and I'll be able to interact organically that way. So that is the only purpose. So thank you. So कुछ कुछ ऐसा ही राइट गौरव. बड़े हुए नहीं हो अभी. चलिए. So guys, let's begin with the NABARD Grade A Phase 2 Descriptive English part. Now guys, please understand before I start off, before we delve deeper into this journey, please understand descriptive English is, see guys, there are two facts that you need to understand. Descriptive English is by far the most neglected paper in Phase 2 exam, and I'm sure about it. Shreya, have you written one essay yet? And be honest about it. No. So Parna, have you tried writing one essay yet? No. AJ, have you tried writing one essay yet? No. But all of you have given your everything for ARD, ESI, and general awareness and everything that there is to. Am I right? But you do not understand. See, guys, everyone is doing the same thing. Everyone is, preparing for ARD and ESI, and they're thinking we are going to score really high. You can score really high there, but you will not be able to create the gap, the advantage gap, the lead that you want to take in this exam to make sure that you appear in the interview section and you make it to the final list. And for that, you need to understand descriptive English is the game changer here, right? So number one, the first fact is descriptive English is the most neglected paper in phase 2 exam. And the other fact is only descriptive English will basically make or break this exam, or make or break this opportunity for you. See, descriptive English is by far the simplest and the most scoring section of this paper. Good morning, Bishal. Why am I saying easiest? See, guys, précis writing is not, I mean, it's a piece of cake. Letter writing, we have done that all our lives, right? Since we were in school. So you can target very easily these 60 marks. And then essay, even if you write a decent essay, you will be able to score really, really high, and you can make it to the final list. Please understand this. And I'm not saying because I'm a teacher of English, yeah, or I have an inclination towards English, or I want you to push towards English. If that were the case, if English were not important, I would not have told you to do so. But please understand, English is the game changer. And why am I saying this? from the experience of last 6 years. I've been teaching in NABARD for the last 6 years, since 2019. And this is the almost the seventh year that we are going to start off. And every year I tell students, please pay attention to descriptive English, because this is going to create the gap that you need, the lead that you need to, to finalize your score in the exam. So please, maximum Dipanshi is anything above 74, 75. I mean, the maximum I have ever seen Dipanshi is 79 marks, highest ever. So guys, see, this is descriptive English, right? Do you remember that? You cannot score 100 out of 100 or 90 out of 100 in English, not here at least. So the highest I have ever seen in the last 6 years is 79 marks. Okay, Dipanshi? Yeah, I'm talking about NABARD, Gaurav. In RBI, the highest I have seen is 76. Sorry, in RBI, yeah, in RBI I've seen the highest in 76, and in NABARD 79. That is after the pattern was changed. Before that, I have seen 82 marks as well, but that was before 2020. I have seen 82 marks as well as highest score, but that was before the pattern was changed. After the pattern has changed, the highest I have seen is 79 marks. So no, Dhanbad. RBI and NABARD do not have the same level of same level of English. NABARD is a little on the easier side. See, in NABARD, they are not looking. See, guys. Okay, let me first. The first thing that I want to clarify to everyone. Suparna, you're listening to me carefully. Please understand, guys, they are not looking to hire Shakespeares out there. Please understand this. They're not looking for Shakespeares. They're not looking for Shashi Tharoors of the tomorrow. Please understand this. This may feel, this may feel silly to you, but that's the reality. See, what they are looking for is, a candidate or an aspirant who, whenever he writes or she writes something, it is grammatically apt. It is, there is no grammatical mistake there. That is what they're looking for. And beyond that, it is all about how informative answers you can write. Right. And when you start writing your answers, see guys, your articulation improves by itself if you pay attention to it. So you do not need to worry about, very hi-fi English, very verbose or fancy English. That's what we call them. That's what we call it. So you do not need to, type off, or you do not need to present very verbose English or very fancy English there. Simple, plain English, general English that we use in our day-to-day lives with, with informative background, with when you write your essay, if it your essay will score the highest marks possible if you add recent facts, data, statistics, reports, schemes, or any relevant example that you have read about. That is what they're looking for, informative answers. They're not looking for, see guys, okay, let me also give you a brief understanding of the psychology of this paper. They've already tested you in on they've already tested you your English skills in phase 1 exam. Am I right, AJ? Reading comprehension, error detection, vocabulary. I think they have tested you on basic understanding of English in phase 1. Then why are they conducting another paper in phase 2? So guys, please understand, when you will be working as an NABARD Grade A manager, you will be dealing with this language on a daily basis. You will be, you will be reverting to emails on a daily basis. You will be creating reports, memos. You'll be writing out notices. You'll be replying to, certain formal emails which you will receive from government agencies, and that is what they want you to understand. See, just try to understand this, AJ. If you're working as a NABARD Grade A manager, and if you write an email and there are grammatical mistakes in that email, how would it look on NABARD's behalf? Do you think they will entertain that? Or they would like to hire a person who cannot even write simple, plain, normal English without making grammatical mistakes? They won't. So this is the psychology of descriptive English. They want to hire people who, when they write at least grammatically, correct English. That is the first priority. And beyond that, they understand, okay, beyond that, whatever you write, if you have the right mindset, if you are well read, if you are up to date, and if you have articulation skills, if you can control your articulation skills, if you know the flow of an essay, if you know how to create a précis, how to draft a letter. See, in RBI, they do not ask you to write a letter, but in NABARD, they ask you to write a letter. Do you know why? Good morning, Anishka. Do you know, guys, why in NABARD they ask you to write a letter instead of reading comprehension? Because in NABARD, you will be dealing with letters on a regular basis. See, as a NABARD Grade A regional manager, right? You'll be working in zonal offices. So what do you think your job is going to be? Going out in the paddy fields every day? No. Do you think you will be you'll be dealing with customers like a commercial bank? No. You'll be receiving requests, mails, letters, and you will be working on those letters on behalf of, or or on the basis of those letters. So that is why they test you on your letter writing skills, preparing notes, letters, reverting to emails, writing memos, writing reports, creating minutes of the meeting and whatnot. So all that would be an integral part of your day-to-day life, right? And that is what you need to start understanding, that okay, this is what we need to prepare for. And guys, please understand one more thing. When you are writing your answers, they are not just answers, that's what, per se, that's what you feel. When you write something, you basically convey your mindset to the reader, right? So when you write an essay, you need to understand, okay, let me give you an example what I'm trying to say here. Okay, I'll give you practical example. Couple of years ago, there was, in the exam, there was a topic, discuss or highlight key issues in rural areas of India. That was a essay topic given in the exam. Discuss what are the key issues in rural areas of India. And you know what one student did? Thought he wasn't prepared for it. So what he thought, I only have to mention the challenges, the key issues in the rural areas. So what he did was, he started off like this. In India, which is a developing country for the for the most part of the century, there are multiple issues that are prevalent in the rural sector of the country. And after that, he started writing the issues. One, infrastructural issues. Second, let's say over dependence on monsoon, and then third, poor educational facilities. Fourth, poor financial services. Fifth, so and so poor, back, whatever. What he thought was that the topic is all about highlighting the issues. So what he did was, the in whole essay, he just wrote down 20 issues that he could think of. And he could not clear the exam, obviously, because, see guys, you need to understand, when they've given you a topic like this, what are the key issues in the rural areas, you are not supposed to just highlight the issues. See, they're looking at your mindset. Are you problem I mean, see, are you problem oriented person, or are you a solution oriented person? So an organic essay, holistic essay would be, you start with the background, what has been the what has been the situation of the country. Then one paragraph you highlight, or one or two paragraphs you highlight the major issues, maybe infrastructure, education, finance, agriculture problem, and livelihood issues, and whatnot. There are major issues, right, which we can highlight. But after that, you also need to understand, you also need to give the other angle. What steps and measures have been taken regarding all this? What are the schemes launched by the government in this regard? What are the viable solutions to all these challenges? What could be done? What should be done? And then you end the essay with a way forward. So this is what a holistic essay should look like. So this, we will understand all this, but I'm giving you a brief understanding, that when you're preparing for descriptive English, see guys, please understand, these are not answers, descriptive answers like your like your ARD, right? These are not descriptive answers. You are not supposed to write information there. You are supposed to present what you understand and what you know about the topic. Exactly, Dipanchi. So see, we'll learn how to make it flow, how to make the flow work here, and how to organize an essay. I'll give you proper structure, Dipanchi, and then we will see, oh, this seems so easy. We can follow this structure without even bothering what we need to, what we need to present in the content. So that is what these classes are here for, Dipanchi. See, I know there are a few things that most of the students struggle with: the flow, how to start an essay, how to conclude an essay, how to generate ideas in the body part. So all that we will discuss in these lectures itself, in the here itself, Dipanshi. Okay. I've completed you. Okay. This is sufficient NABARD and RBI. So is this the English that was taught sufficient? No, Mithan. See, EPFO is a little inclined towards grammar, towards idioms and phrases, towards synonym and antonyms. But in RBI and NABARD, there is much more to it. There will be a huge comprehension, which will be much more challenging than what you faced in your EPFO exam. There will be error detection questions. There will be double fillers. There will be parajumbles. There will be close test based questions. There will be match the column. There will be synonyms and antonyms based questions. So the exam pattern is different. So that is what you need to understand, Mithan. So that is that is the difference here. So EPFO is very restricted, limited syllabus, but here this is much more much more much more wider than what you anticipated or what you prepared for in EPF, for example. Uh, Apt is correct. Correct, Gaurav. Apt basically means correct. So grammatically apt means grammatically correct. डिक्शनरी दी है ना भगवान ने, नहीं मतलब चलो टेक्नोलॉजी ने, फोन भी दिया है, स्मार्ट हो ना आप, उसका यूज तो करो गौरव। मैंने आपको इतनी बार बताया है, मैं राइट, कि वो डिक्शनरी यूज करो। उसके बिना ये ऐसे ही फिर वेट करते रहोगे कोई मुझे बता दे, कोई मुझे इसका मतलब बता दे। कौन आएगा हर रोज बताने गौरव? राइट, नहीं यहाँ मैं तो हूँ ही, बट बियॉन्ड बियॉन्ड द क्लासेस यू ऑल्सो नीड टू स्टार्ट वर्किंग कॉन्शियस एफर्ट्स, याद है? सो टेक दोज कॉन्शियस एफर्ट्स, कुछ कर देखना है कि नया वर्ड सुनने को मिला है। If you are curious, open dictionary on your mobile phone. फटाफट से, it will take only 5 seconds. Type the word, find out the meaning, get along. Okay? So ये effort जरूरी है इसके लिए, अपने आप चमत्कार नहीं होने वाला। ठीक है? All right. Shall we begin, guys? चलिए, अब now this is an orientation class. Number one, so I'll orient you what the what the whole paper will look like. Then we will move towards essay writing. I'll also give you brief of essay writing as well. So let's begin now, guys. So I think everybody has joined. So I wanted to take a couple of minutes so that everybody could join the lecture. Nobody misses anything. So let's now begin. So the agenda of this lecture is, first of all, I'll tell you the syllabus. We'll discuss the PYQs of 2024 and even beyond, even earlier than that. Then I'll highlight the key areas of to focus that you need to start focusing when you are developing your articulation skills. Do's and don'ts of of your answer writing, of your essay writing, précis writing. What should be a strategy for the next next give or take 2 or 3 weeks, so that you can prepare holistically for descriptive English. Key tips to prepare for it. What are the sources that you should use to prepare for, different verticals, different topics? And this is the best part, guys. At the end of this lecture, I'll provide you 30 tentative topics for this year, which are really, really important. See, guys, if you prepare for at least, if you prepare for the 15, 20 topics out of these 30, I can guarantee you there is going to be one topic out of these topics in the exam. And that's how sure I am. You know why? Because in the earlier years, we have tried it. See, we have analyzed the previous 5 years, and we have come down. We have covered, we have analyzed, we have prepared, different verticals that are being tested in the, in your essay topics. And on the basis of all that analysis, all the details, insights into your last 5 years, we are able to, at least predict one or at least two topics in the exam. So I'm not, see guys, I can't guarantee, I can't put it down in writing, but I'm sure if you prepare for these topics, you will be able to write at least for one essay, right? Let's say, for example, so Parna, climate change is one vertical, right? Global warming, climate change, melting of ice, then SDG, right? If you know all these things, if any topic related to climate change, right? Let's say that the topic in the exam is, how can climate change impact the the growing economy, developing economies in the world, or what could be the the impact of global let's say climate change and global warming, especially on the developing economies like India. So if you know the SDG goals, if you know climate warming, if you know global warming, if you know the all the nitty-gritties of these topics, I think you can put together all the information and create an essay out there in the exam by yourself. That is what we are preparing here for, empowering ourselves. Shreya, do you think, and guys, this is a question for everyone. Shreya, do you think you'll be able to remember 10 essays, 15 essays for the exam? Do you think you can do that? If you'll be able to remember 15, 20, 30 essays for the exam. You can't remember essays like that. And nobody can, not just you, and nobody can. Not even not even even I cannot do it. I can't remember one essay and go in the exam and write it as it is. It can't happen. But what you need to understand is, you need to empower yourself with all those facts, data, statistics, right? Understand, okay, if I'm writing on this topic, how should I write on this topic? What should be discussed? If you know the broad strokes of the essay, you'll be able to execute it in the exam. And that is what we need to prepare for here. Getting my point, guys? So this is what we are targeting in these lectures. We are going to prepare for each and every exactly. You have to brainstorm it with but see, Disha, if I ask you to write a 500 or 600 word essay on forex reserves of India right now, guys, please be honest to yourself. Would you be able to justify that essay right now? Right? So brainstorming only happens when you know something about the topic beforehand, right? when you've already prepared for the topics. Exactly, Dipanshi. You have to remember the keywords, the key ideas, the statistical information, the recent facts and data that you've come across, and use that facts, use those data points, use those statistics as backup to your thesis. For example, if I'm writing, uh, okay, I'll give you an example, guys. Okay, let's start this way. Okay, this will be really good. I want you to guys listen to what I'm saying and you judge for yourself. Why am I saying facts, data, statistics? These are important to retain. Okay, guys, and this is a real example, by the way. The same example, the same essay, the same topic I told you. Discuss or highlight the key issues in rural areas, right? So let me give you two openings for this essay, and all of you listen to the openings and you tell me that which opening sounded better to you and why as well. Can you do that? So I'll be telling you two openings for the same topic, two different openings, and you tell me which sounded better and why. Why is very important. Okay, let's start, guys. So the topic was highlight the key issues in rural areas in India. So first opening goes like this. According to the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who believed that agriculture is the most important sector of the country, and without the prosperity of agriculture sector, the country can never prosper. So, following on his footsteps, let's say this is what agriculture. So, the student wrote was, according to the first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who always believed that the rural sector of the country is the most important sector of the country, and following his footsteps, it is crucial to focus on the rural section of the country to make the country prosperous and to achieve growth and sustainability, so and so. So this was one opening, okay, which is not bad, which is not very good, but not very bad as well. Let's look at the second opening. The other student wrote something like this. Okay, listen to this. Even after 75 years of independence, more than 58% of Indian population still resides in villages. Right, more than 58% of the Indian population still resides in villages, wherein more than 66% of Indian population is still directly or indirectly dependent on agrarian economy. Now, looking at this, but unfortunately, the contribution of the rural sector to the GDP is only around 24%. Now this proves that the rural sector has become quite unproductive over the decades, and that is why focusing on the rural sector is the need of the hour. Yes, guys, which opening sounded better to you and why? Why is the important part? Now you get my point. Why am I saying, using facts, using data points, using statistics? Because the information given in the second opening was verifiable, right? So guys, this is what you need to understand. Writing your answer on the basis of your opinions, and the other hand, writing on the basis of what you have researched, what you have read about it. So if you think you can write your answers just on the basis of your opinions, it will just fetch average marks, right? But on the other hand, if you write your answers on the basis of what you have researched, what you have read, what you've prepared for, that will fetch you the maximum marks possible, guys. I personally, we speak to, toppers every year. I think you might have seen toppers interview every year on our YouTube channel. But when they come down to our offices now, we talk to them. We talk to them, you know, every we talk to them every time, and we ask them, the basics. Okay, what did you write in this essay? How did you approach this essay? And I've spoken with numerous of the toppers, and what they've told me, sir, we didn't focus on too much on fancy English. What we focused on, organized answer, backed up with statistics, backed up with data, so that it is verifiable, and presenting it in a holistic manner without making mistakes. So they just wrote simple English, but with a lot of factual information and backup data, backup thesis, schemes, reports, and whatnot. And they scored the highest marks possible in this exam. Do you know why? Again, I'm reiterating the same thing, right, Avantika? They are not looking for Shakespeare's out there. They are looking for well-informed and people who can write, practical English. See, so you know what practical English means? Which is relevant to today, right? You read newspapers every day, right? So one is news and one is editorial. Editorial is opinionated writing, but when you read news articles, those are what are called, uh, you know well researched answer or practical answers when you're reporting something on the basis of what you've observed, what you've researched, and that is what you need to start inculcating in your answers. Now you might be thinking, sir, now this would be too much for us. How many facts can we remember? How many reports should we cram? How many data points should we remember? Nothing out of the ordinary, guys. Honestly speaking, we have provided you fodder material in your courses. Start using that fodder material. We have given you 30 tentative topics in your fodder material, and I'm also going to give you 30 tentative topics at the end of this lecture today. Now, if you just target those 40, 50 topics, 40, 50 is too much, by the way, but if you just target those verticals, and if you prepare data points for just those verticals, I can guarantee you, you will not be disheartened in the exam. You will never even blink twice with, before starting your answer. So that is how important. And what is going to help you? Shreya, I think you're preparing for ARD. Am I right? I think you are preparing for ESI. And whatever you are preparing in ESI and ARD, I think you come across a lot of factual points. Am I right? You come across a lot of recent data. You come across a lot of reports. You do read up all the schemes. So you're already reading them in ARD and ESI. Why do you have to do it again for English? Whatever you remember from ARD and ESI, use that information in English. That is what smart approach means. So do we always? Yes, Nikhil, your essay always has to be at least politically neutral. And the other neutral angle is you can't just go on criticizing everything. You can't just go on appreciating everything. Guys. Okay, there's another thing, Nikhil. This does not apply just to your answer. This also tells you about your interview part. Okay, let me give an example. Nikhil, what is more important to you? Work or money? Yes, guys. Let's say you're sitting in the interview and they ask you this very simple basic question. Yes, AJ, what is more important to you, work or money? Money. Very good. So Manisha, if you're very blunt about it, so if any other organization offers you more money, you'll probably quit NABARD, right? Exactly. If somebody says, sir, work is more important, everybody knows they are lying, right? Because nobody can work for free. Can they? No. So the right answer is both, right, Nikhil? So there has to be a balance between the both, sir. There is no work without money, and there is no money without work. That's what the reality is. And that is what you need to understand, Nikhil. That is why balancing is very important. So you can't just go on criticizing something, you can't just go on appreciating something, or politically, so do not enter into it. That this government has done this, or BJP government or Congress government that did this, or whatever you want, whatever inclination you might have. Don't use that in your answers, please. Because if you are politically inclined, there are chances you'll not get through, because they look for people who can serve people, not serve political leaders of the day. Illegal work also offers more money. Dipanshi, good mindset, right? ये होता है Dipanshi. When I start teaching my students, and usually there is a lecture, and I ask my students, let's say if you were invisible for one day. Let's assume you have the ability to be Mr. India for one day. What would you do? And you know what 90% of them say? Sir, we will go and rob a bank. And then I tell them the reality. Okay, you want to work in a bank and then you want to rob the bank. Amazing. So, so that's what the mindset we have. Shortcuts, but there is no shortcut to success, Dipanshi. Remember that, right? You can't succeed overnight. You can't you know, I always tell my students, Gaurav, yaad hai na, first deserve, then desire. My formula of success, as I tell my students every time, is first try to be a deserving candidate and then desire. But we do it the other way around. We desire, right? Right, Avantika? We desire to earn 1.5 lakh rupees per month. We desire to have a good job, good lifestyle, good salary, good place to work. But we don't think, have we worked hard enough to deserve that 1.5 lakh salary per month? Now you ask yourself that question daily, every day. And the day the answer is maybe or no, keep working harder. And the day your heart tells you, yes, you deserve it, that will be the day you will go out there and crack this exam and get a job. That's the reality of it. Okay, make yourself a deserving candidate, not something that you aspire to. Aspiration is in you, but deserving, you have to prove that whether you are a deserving candidate or not. And how do you prove that? With the help of your answers in phase two, and with the help of your answers in your interview part. Got it? See, guys, phase one was just qualifying. So forget about phase one now, right? For phase one, nobody is going to ask you what did you score in phase one. Now, your final selection is based on your phase two and your interview. So please understand, this is a serious game now. This is no more that you just have to qualify for non-merit section and then focus on merit section and whatnot. I think you've been through all that. Now you have to reset your brain and start understanding this is a different leg of the game, different leg of the exam, right? And therein where we are going to focus, we are going to exert much more than what we did in phase one. Okay, and be a deserving candidate, try to be a deserving candidate, and that will lead you to your final selection, guys. Chaliye. So let me start by telling you, first of all, the weightage for your NABARD grade A descriptive English. So guys, descriptive English paper is worth 100 marks. And the breakup of these 100 marks is, first is essay writing. Essay writing is worth 40 marks. This is the biggest chunk of the paper. We'll get into the details of these topics as we go along the lectures. But broadly speaking, essay is worth 40 marks. You will be given 4 topics and you will be required to choose one, and you will be asked to write one essay for about 500 to 550 words. Second question is précis writing, which is again worth 30 marks. Now 30 marks, this is a very easy, very scoring section, guys. You just have to read the passage and create a précis from it. You have to contract it, kind of a summary. Remember, Shreya? Bishar? Vishal, remember? We used to do that when we were kids. Summary. So it's kind of a summary making, but in a different style. So that's what précis is. And last, this is the most scoring part, letter writing. Right? You'll be given 2 or 3 choices, and you will be required to, choose one out of them. And you'll be supposed to write a 150 word essay. Oh, sorry, 150 word letter. So see, guys, now, many students are worried, sir, will we be able to complete all the answers in time? Is there enough time? Guys, you have 90 minutes. That means 1.5 hours for these 3 questions. Letter writing is 150 words. Précis writing, 150 words. Okay. Now, essay writing, 500 to 550 words. So let's be a little calculative. Let's understand if we'll be able to do it hypothetically. So 550 plus 300 is 850, right? 800 to 850 words, give or take, and you have 90 minutes. Guys, even if you type with your index fingers now, right? With 2 index fingers, like what the very beginners do, you are able to write 20 words per minute. And even if you type for 40 minutes out of 90 minutes, that is less than half of the time. Even if you are typing for 40 minutes, you are able to write 800 words. So mathematically, typing speed is not the concern here. So don't bother about increasing your speed. Your speed will increase by itself when you practice essays on a regular basis, right? So that should not be your concern. Your concern right now should be to correct any mistake that you might make in the exam, any spelling error, any typo, any grammatical error, or any punctuation error that you might make, or probably that you don't know of. That is what you need to work on. And the other aspect is to start reading. The more you read now, guys, the better the outcome is going to be. So you have to read for almost 70% of the part is reading now, and 30% is focusing on practicing, executing the answers, writing essays, writing letters, making précis on a regular basis. So that is the difference now. So this is the brief overview of your paper. Now let's understand the topics. So I'll show you the topics for the last 5 years. So let's understand what are the verticals that we need to start looking into. What verticals are focused in the exam and what kind of topics are asked in the exam. And then you will have a better idea of how to go about preparing for this topic. So let's look at the topics for 2024. And I'll also discuss these topics in detail with you guys. First topic, how can youth contribute to India's progress in education, entrepreneurship, and social initiatives? Can we put it under ESI? Vishal, Shreya, can we say this is an ESI topic? Yes. Now, if you read about youth and about entrepreneurship, social initiatives, I think you can brainstorm ideas and create this essay. Second topic, how access to credit increases sustainable farming practices in India. Can we put it under ARD, Shreya? Can we say this topic pertains to ARD, right? Third, integrating fish culture with agriculture crops enhances productivity and farmers' income. Discuss. Can we again put it under ARD? Right, Avantika? Yes. And fourth topic, this is a static topic, guys. Look deep into nature and then you will start to understand everything better. This is a quotation by Albert Einstein. Right. So they wanted you to elaborate on this. So if let's assume there is a student who does not know anything about ESI, who does not know anything about ARD, and he manages to clear phase one and he's sitting in phase two. Now he also has an option to write one topic, which is a static topic, right? So this is the fourth topic is the uh, you know, the the face saving topic. That's what we call them. So if you don't have anything about on the first three topics, choose the fourth one and execute it. Right. So this is what we call it. So this was these were the questions asked in 2024. Guys, let me also show you for 2023, 2022, 2021, and then you'll have a better picture. But guys, just before we go any further, guys, let's assume you were sitting in the exam. Which topic would you have chosen? Yes, guys. Not philosophical, static, Vishal, right? Uh, you don't go into, you don't have to be a philosopher to write an essay on this, right? Look at the leaves and the harmony between the trees and the plants. You don't have to write that. But what the point is, see what Albert Einstein says, everything is available around you, right? You just need to observe and use that in your day-to-day life. You'll understand everything better. Everything that you want to learn is happening around you in nature, right? So learn from that. So that was the perspective here, right? So that it's not philosophical, it's static. Yes, guys, which topic would you choose? First one, second one, first one, third one. Okay, fish culture, third one, fourth one. Even third seems like a good option. Yes, yes. See, that is what you have to. So what would be your point of choice, Avantika? How would you choose which topic suits me the best? This is the game here. Now you have to ask yourself, which topic do I know the most about? Which topic am I the most prepared for? Which topic am I the most equipped for? And which topic can I execute the earliest? Because there is no sectional timing here. You can even take 40 minutes to write an essay and 20 minutes or maybe 25 minutes for précis and letter. Or you can also take 30 minutes for essay, 25 minutes for précis, 25 minutes for letter, and then 10 minutes for proofreading as well. So it depends on how you want to execute it. So there is a lot of preparation that goes into all this. Okay, so most of you said one, two, three. So you are NABARD students, so topic number two or three would suit you, right? But this is guys, this is a scenario where you can say, okay, sir, thankfully we got two topics from agriculture and one topic for MSI, so we can make it work, right? So nothing, you would not probably panic in such a topic. But let's look at the previous. I'll show you the answers, sample answers for this. You will be reading out of these topics. So I'll provide you sample answers for all these topics later on in this section. But let's also understand the topics given in the previous years. Look at the topics in the year 2023. Number one, how technology and agriculture complement each other. Explain it and also give 5 examples how technology helps agriculture. Okay. Second topic, detrimental effects of social media on intimate social relationships and mental health. Right. This is basically social media addiction, right? In brief words. Third, discuss how cooperative societies are transforming rural India. This is one topic that was ARD. Am I right, AJ? Right. So discuss how cooperative societies are transforming rural India. And fourth, or maybe ESI or maybe ARD. And fourth is discuss the importance of work-life balance and why is it necessary. Now, this is one topic which is basically based on management. Now, this is not philosophical. Am I right, Bishal? This is based on management, right? How do you manage life around you? So this is the escape topic. If you don't know anything about the first three topics, the fourth topic is the escape topic. Let's look at the word limit as well, just for 1 minute, guys. So in 2024, the word limit was 500 to 520 words. In 2023, the word limit was 500 words. Now, before that, 2022, the word limit was 300 to 350 words. Just understand this. So see, the difficulty level goes on increasing as we go further, guys. And this is the sorry, this is the change that we will see every year. There would be something surprising every year to just to make you panic. But if you control your nerves, if you execute your paper well, you'll be able to score really high there. Now look at the topics in 2022. Discuss the issues plaguing the manufacturing sector of India. Right, this is current affairs. Education is the reason youth are not taking part in agriculture. Analyze and review. Right, guys, a very important topic. Why are youth, even graduates from agriculture background, they are not, they are not going back into agriculture? Am I right, Avantika? Why is that? Now, this is really a cause of concern. See, in in the beginning, from the get-go, there are not many who choose agriculture as higher education. Now, those who choose agriculture as higher education, when they complete their education, they want a job. They don't want to work as a farmer, right? Most of them. Now, this again, this is a concern. If educated individuals go out of this sector, now I know this is basically this is helping us in a way that there is not more dependence on agriculture, but in other way around, we are losing like intellectual people who can innovate, who can generate more economic output from agriculture sector. So that is another reason that we can discuss. Third topic: what would be the better mode of transport for agri products in India, road or rail? I remember this was around Sagarmala and Bharatmala. Do you remember that? Bharatmala project and Sagarmala project. विशाल कह रहे सर कौन सी मालाएं हैं जो आप पहना रहे हो यहाँ पे नहीं नहीं जस्ट किडिंग नहीं but if guys, this is why I tell you, you have to be, you have to know something about everything for such exams, right? You have to be kind of a jack of all trades but master of none, right? So you may not you might not have thought, sir, what is Sagarmala and Bharatmala? But if you talk about exports, we do export a lot of agriculture, right? And they relate to each other. So which is better mode of transportation, agri products or road or rail? Yes, Nikhil, what would be the right answer here? This is especially a question for you. You are asking me, sir, how do you find a balance here? Yes, guys, what is the better mode of transport for agri products in India? Rail or road? Depends on what, Vishal? दिशा ने आंसर दे दिया रेल। वे रेल में जाएंगे, वंदे भारत में अपने गन्ने की फसल भेजेंगे हम, है ना? 2 घंटे में यहाँ से मुंबई। राइट दिशा? एग्जैक्टली वेयर इट इज लोकेटेड। वेरी गुड, दैट्स द करेक्ट आंसर गौरव। शॉर्ट डिस्टेंसेस के लिए रोड एंड लॉन्ग डिस्टेंसेस के लिए ट्रेन। दोनों के बेनिफिट्स हैं, दोनों के अपने अपने चैलेंजेस हैं। एग्जैक्टली, वेरी गुड दीपांशी। This is what I want you to see, guys. This is what we call to make you, think about something. Depends on regional access to rail and road, right, Gopal? So see, that is the right answer. You can't just say rail is better. You can't think, in black and white terms. You never do that in, in professional life, guys. You do not think in black and white terms. You cannot think in extreme forms. But okay, rail is better than road or road is better than rail. No, that's not the right answer. Now, roads are better where, the distances are short, where perishable goods are used, and for long distances, rails are better because it's safer and it's better for non-perishable goods. So that is the right answer, right? Diplomatic की स्पेलिंग गलत है विशाल, कोई बात नहीं, but yeah, be diplomatic. Yes. And fourth is discuss the effects of climate change on biodiversity and wildlife. In 2022 there was no escape topic whatsoever, okay? Because remember, guys, after COVID-19 2022, where the economy opened up, right, and everything was running, everything was trying to get back on its feet, get back on the track, and that's why no escape topic in 2022. 2021, look at the topics, guys. The word limit 300 words again, but now the word limit is 500 words. So in 2021, dropouts in schools, causes and prevention, workplace diversity, and how to promote it. So dropouts in schools, what are the causes and what are the prevention? This is 2021, guys, or COVID-19 period, remember this. So there was not much happening. Workplace diversity and how to promote it. Third, role of social media platforms for farmers benefits, drone didi and AI and what we are doing these days, right? Yes, yes, Sumit, I will give you a important contribution of tourism to Indian economy, right? How tourism, and guys, global migration, medical migration, or climate migration. This is again very important in trend. Sumit, do you want to wrap up and just take the topics and leave? Is that it? Do you not want to attend the lecture? Is there something? Is that what you're saying, Sumit? I can see, I have the topics with me. I can give it to you, but I thought it would be better to first basically orient you with everything and then give it. हाँ, मैंने बोला तो tentative topics मैं end में आपको 30 topics देने वाला हूँ. But guys, first let's analyze what are the different verticals that we are going to target here. One definite vertical is ARD. Am I right, Shreya? One definite vertical is ESI. There is a lot under these two verticals. ESI, economic and social issues, rural sector, agriculture sector, low income, doubling farmers' income, farm laws, then social issues, women empowerment, child labor, child education, skill development and growth and whatnot. There are numerous topics that can fall under these two verticals, but there are all more verticals that we have to prepare for. Then third is your current affairs. Remember, guys, recently the GST regime has been changed. Do you know the details of that, Shreya? अभी नहीं पढ़ा है, इट्स ओके, ठीक है, करना जरूर, बिकॉज दिस इज समथिंग रिलेटेड टू व्हाट कैन बी आस्क्ड, दैट हाउ कैन मेकिंग टैक्स रिफॉर्म्स, हाउ कैन इंप्रूविंग टैक्स रिफॉर्म्स help the unorganized sector, or how can insurance sector bring more people in under the umbrella of organized economy. So this is again a huge vertical to discuss. So there are so many topics on current affairs, right? Genetically modified crops, and why India is not allowing any country to to enter into our dairy products और एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर, टैरिफ्स, नहीं टैरिफ ये तो नहीं आएगा दीपांश, ये थोड़ा सा वो टॉपिक है जो हम ऐसे एसेज में, क्योंकि दिस इज अ क्रिटिकल टॉपिक, वो नेशनल पॉलिसी पे डिपेंडेंट रहता है, तो उसको नहीं डिस्कस करता। ट्रम्प ने ये बोल दिया, ट्रम्प तो गधा है, ये वो नहीं आएगा वहाँ पे। तो बट हाँ देखो, कोई पॉलिटिकल चीज नहीं आती, कोई ऐसी चीज नहीं आती जिसपे, हाँ जियो पॉलिटिक्स नहीं आता जिसपे हम मतलब सबके अपने अपने ओपिनियंस हो सकते हैं। अगर उस साइड से देखे तो उनका अपना अपना एंगल ठीक है, हमारी साइड से देखे तो हमारा एंगल ठीक है। तो वो टॉपिक नहीं पूछता जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट 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 जो कॉन्फ्लिक्टरी होते हैं, या फिर जिनके अंदर आपको यूं लगता है कि मतलब कोई चीज वो हो जाएगी कि मतलब बाइस्ड हो जाएगी, तो वो ऐसे टॉपिक्स नहीं पूछता, कोई पॉलिटिकल चीजें नहीं पूछता, राइट? तो करंट अफेयर्स में जो आपसे रिलेटेड है, जो आपकी इकोनॉमी से रिलेटेड है, एग्रीकल्चर से रिलेटेड है या ग्रोथ से रिलेटेड है, दैट्स इट। इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर, ठीक है, फाइनेंस, माइक्रो फाइनेंसिंग, कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज, ये चीजें पूछी जाती हैं आपसे, मतलब रिलेटेड टू नेशनल, राइट, नेशनल लेवल, दैट्स इट। वो उसके बियॉन्ड नहीं जाएगा कि इंडिया और इसराइल के रिलेशनशिप का क्या इम्पैक्ट, ऐसे तो चीजें नहीं पूछता वो, ठीक है? तो जस्ट बेस्ड ऑन नेशनल टॉपिक्स, करंट अफेयर्स। देन साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, गाइज, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वर्टिकल, साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, राइट? जिसमें एआई का रोल हो गया, व्हाट रोल कैन एआई प्ले इन एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर, हाउ कैन एआई इंप्रूव दिस, और व्हाट नॉवल सॉल्यूशंस कैन वी कम अप विद, या जैसे ई रूपी हो गया, जो अपना ई रूपी है, सीबीडीसी, सेंट्रल बैंक डिजिटल करेंसी, ई रूपी के ऊपर आ गया, या आपका आ गया कि आगे चल के व्हाट कैन बी डन टू हेल्प इम्प्रूव द एग्रेरियन इकोनॉमी ऑफ द कंट्री, सो एंड सो व्हाट नॉट। सो साइंस एंड टेक के ऊपर आ जाता है। फिर आपका ग्लोबल वार्मिंग, ये तो है ही अपना यार, एजुकेशन सेक्टर एक हो गया, एक अपना हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर हो गया, ठीक है, हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर हो गया, एजुकेशन सेक्टर हो गया। इसके अलावा आपका, हाँ, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग, क्लाइमेट चेंज, ये तो है ही गाइस, ये तो एवरग्रीन टॉपिक्स हैं ये आपके, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग और क्लाइमेट चेंज वाला, ठीक है? तो अगर आप गाइस इन इन वर्टिकल्स को अगर आप एक्सप्लोर करने लगते हो, तो आई थिंक अगर आप इतने वर्टिकल्स कर लेते हो, ठीक है, आई कैन वाउच फॉर इट कि यू विल नॉट फेस प्रॉब्लम राइटिंग योर एसे इन द एग्जाम, राइट? सी गाइस, if you ask me, sir, can you tell us 10 important topics? I can give you that. If you ask me, sir, can you give us 30 important topics? I can give you that. If you ask me, sir, can you tell us 50 important topics? I can also give you that. If you ask me for 100, I can even give you 100. Now, how many can you prepare for? That is one question. And the other thing is it the right approach to prepare for individual topics? Okay, let me give you an example. So, Parna, let me tell you this fact, and let's understand how in how many multiple ways we can use this fact. For example, uh, as of today, more than 66% of Indian population is directly or indirectly dependent on agrarian economy of the country. But unfortunately, the contribution of agriculture sector to the GDP is only around 17 to 18%. Right? Now, if you know this fact, Vishal, क्या आप इस fact को can you use this fact in any topic that is related to agriculture? Can you use this fact in any topic related to farming, any topic related to rural sector, any topic related to economy, topic related to economic growth? Yes. Any topic related to Shreya, economic and social issues? Yes. Exactly. So this is what you need to strive for. Prepare for those points which you can use in almost any topic under that vertical. That is why I'm giving you not the topics, but first I'm giving you verticals. Understand? prepare for those holistic topics. Know broadly about the about the economy, the three pillars of economy: agriculture, in your what is the services, and third is your manufacturing, right, industries. So if you know what percentage is provided by which sector, services sector is the biggest, then manufacturing is in between, then agriculture is the smallest, and then there are minuscule other sectors as well. So if you know the broad understanding, you'll be able to execute something there. So this is what we call brainstorming. Rather than not to be able to write anything, you should have certain key facts in your head, but if nothing comes to your mind, you can at least use that in your answer, right? You have to at least complete it within the given time, and you have to meet the word limit as well. So guys, these are the verticals that I can think of right from top of my head. Now there can be sub verticals under this as well, like under ARD you can have different verticals. Agriculture is one sector, then fisheries, and this is another vertical, right, Avantika? Then there can be other sector as well, like handicrafts and whatnot, right? So there can be sub verticals, but yes, broadly speaking, these are the verticals that you should definitely look into and start preparing for. So this is what you and how you have to prepare for such topics, guys. All right. Now 2020, let me also show you this. But this was, guys, before the pattern was changed. So this was before the pattern changed. So look at the topic: digitalization and internet should be a right rather than luxury. This was during COVID-19. So there was people who were talking that online education, online classes, and so on, right? Remember that? So at that point of time, the question was digitalization and internet should be a right rather than luxury. Second, importance of art and music in life, the getaway topic. Remember, guys, importance of art and music in life. Third, opinion regarding increase in number of old age homes. People are, sending parents, old people to old age homes, not keeping them with them and creating a nuclear family. So, what is your opinion about it? And what I mean by opinion, there has to be a balanced opinion. Remember, Nikhil? You can't say old age homes are good. You can't say old age homes are bad, right? You have to take a balanced approach. Even if you feel old age homes are bad, I know most of you feel in your heart right now that no, you can't send your parents to old age homes. But then how do people do that at a later stage in life? See, people change over time, right? They understand things. So you can't just say, no, old age home should be banned. There should be no old age home in the country. You can't say that, right? There has to be a balanced approach that yes, it is increasing. The reasons behind the increase number of, the increase, the quantity of increase, and why is it happening? Because of the nuclear families and working individuals, both husbands and wives. Kids are kept in crutches. So parents are felt like a burden, right? That is one major reason. And see, you'll just create whatever you feel like here, but even if you don't have any fact or data regarding this, you'll still be neutral in your approach. Okay. And fourth is, what is the difference between underemployment and unemployment? And is underemployment a more serious problem than unemployment? What is underemployment, guys? People not getting you know the right job, or like you guys, you graduated in probably a year or 2 years ago, right? But you're still waiting for that first job. Why? Because you can wait for 1 year or 2 years, but you want to achieve something reputable, right? So don't you think that 1 year that you sat idle, that added to the unemployment percentage of the country? But do you think that was counterproductive for the country? No. Next year, when many of you get a job, that adds to the employment as well. But what is underemployment? That is one thing that you need to understand. So see, different kind of topics, different type of verticals are asked every year. And this year, I feel it is going to be about microfinancing, about innovation in agriculture and technology, role of technology in agriculture. This is my gut feeling, guys. See, everyone has some, right? This is my gut feeling as a teacher. This year, I feel there's a lot happening around us, right? Then foreign direct investment, or FDI or FII, is FII or FDI. Would FDI or FII support agriculture sector or ruin it? Right. This is in long term thinking, right? We signed a free trade agreement yesterday with New Zealand, right, guys? I think all of you are updated with that. And but one thing that we told New Zealand is, one sector that you cannot enter into is agriculture and dairy products, right? Now, why are we doing this? Why protecting agriculture sector and dairy sector of the country is utmost priority of the country? So read about it. These are the topics that you should know about, not just as current affairs topic, but in a holistic manner. Why is agriculture sector so important? Again, and if there is a topic on agriculture, I would start with this. 66% of the population is dependent on agriculture, right? But the contribution is 17 to 18%, right, Vishal? मेरे एक पॉइंट सेट हो चुका है, right? So guys, I learned this. These are called templates, guys, and you'll need to do that. My teacher told me when I was in school. So you know what happened? I went to my teacher and I told her, ma'am, every time there is a new essay, I'm not able to start it. I don't know how to open it with a punchy opening, right? With a good opening remark, so that it stays with the evaluator. So my teacher gave me an opening statement, and I used it after that every time. So let me tell you the statement. So the statement she gave me was, this was based on education. So ma'am told me, okay, just remember this. Education is the most valuable consumption and good that there is, because it immeasurably enriches the lives of those it touches around you, and it creates an environment, an ecosystem of growth and sustainable development in the country. This was ninth class. Just imagine, and my ninth class, year 2000, 2001. So ma'am told me, and she told me, okay, whenever you are supposed to write something, just change the main title. So the next time, if I'm writing about science, so what I did was, science is the most valuable consumption and good that there is, because it immeasurably enriches the lives of those it touches. Right? This is called a template making. So remember such templates: punchy phrases, punchy opening lines, punchy closing lines. Right? Good opening and closing phrases, good introductory phrases. That will fetch you the most marks. And and complemented with factual information data, it will come out as a brilliant, or I would say, excellent essay out there. नहीं अवनीश, अब ये कोटेशन, ये सारी डिटेल्स अब डिस्कस करेंगे अवनीश हम. वी डोंट स्टार्ट विद anecdote or quotation, or any quote from any personality. We don't do that here, because see guys, you are taught to start with an anecdote or a story or maybe a quotation from a prominent personality in your UPSC answers, because UPSC answers are open ended. You have to write 1,000 words, 1,200 words, so and so. But this is not UPSC. This is a different essay altogether. You have limited time and you have limited word limit, so you can't, if you write anecdote or if you write a quotation, it feels like you are wasting your word limit. You do not have enough to explain the topic on your own. That is why you are using someone else's quotation. And do you think, if I write that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam always believed that science and technology is the pinnacle of the growth, or what he believed was what he, and guys, please understand, although your answers will be evaluated through software, but again, coming to the same point, what Nikhil asked me, sir, can we use quotation from Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru or Mahatma Gandhi or Indira Gandhi or Narendra Modi? Guys, do not. There is always a political inclination in this. Please understand this. Avoid it. That's what I feel. So no anecdote, and I've seen teachers telling students in online platforms, by the way, but no criticism. But I've seen teachers telling students, so start with a background story. Start with something like this. There was a name, uh, there was a guy named Rakesh who was who lived in a village. He had no means of sustenance, and so and so and so, and that is why agriculture is crucial for the country, and so. And then coming to the point, it is pointless to create a story there. Right. That means you are wasting your word limit. You don't have enough to explain your topic on your own. So no anecdote, no quotations, no nothing of that sort. And I think I answered this, Avnish. I think I gave you two opening statements earlier. Were you listening to me, Avnish? I think I gave you two opening statements earlier. Were you there? तो उस टाइम पे नहीं आया, क्वेश्चन क्लियर नहीं हुआ था वहां पे कि कौन सी ओपनिंग बेटर लगी थी आपको? सर अगर मेरे पास वो नहीं हुई तो, अब ये भी एक क्वेश्चन है गाइस. दिस इज अनदर क्वेश्चन दैट स्टूडेंट्स आस्क मी, सर व्हाट इफ आई डोंट नो एनीथिंग अबाउट वन टॉपिक? I tell them, okay, focus on the second then. Okay, sir, what if I don't know anything about the second topic as well? Okay, go for the third. Okay, sir, let's assume that I don't know anything about all the four topics. Then I tell them, then it's not worth it. Then you're not prepared for the exam. Don't go there. If that's your mindset, that if you don't know anything about all the four topics, and you have the worst luck in the world. It's not about luck. That means you have not prepared enough, that you've not read up enough. Then it's not worth it. That's what my answer is. So if you might not know anything about one topic or two topics, or let's say three topics, but there should be one topic that you are able to write on. Got it, Avnish? तो ये क्वेश्चन आज के बाद नहीं सुनूंगा मैं कभी भी. ठीक है? कि सर मैंने आपको एक्सप्लेन भी किया विद एग्जांपल स्टार्ट करने से पहले कि व्हाट यू नीड एंड हाउ कैन यू फेच द मैक्सिमम मार्क्स पॉसिबल. सिर्फ ऐसे पूरा करने से सिलेक्शन नहीं होगा अवनीश. उसको एक्सेलेंट बनाना पड़ेगा, टॉप 1% में आना पड़ेगा इंटरव्यू में जाने के लिए. नॉट नॉट वन नॉट टॉप 1%, टॉप 1% बोल रहा हूँ मैं, समझना उस चीज को। वहां पे आना पड़ेगा जब इंटरव्यू की कॉल आएगी, याद रखना। ठीक है। और ये की पॉइंट जो मैं आपको बताता चल रहा हूँ, प्लीज रिमेंबर देम, दे आर गोइंग टू स्टे विद यू फॉर एवर। सर, एडिटोरियल्स आर ऑफन ओपिनियन बेस्ड, वी आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू मेंटेन एडिटोरियल। नहीं, जो आपके अच्छे न्यूज़पेपर्स है ना अवंतिका, द हिंदू हो गया, लाइव मिंट हो गया, या इंडियन एक्सप्रेस हो गया, या वो भी छोड़ दो, आप बिजनेस स्टैंडर्ड या इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स में जो ओपिनियंस है ना, वो आपको ओपिनियनेटेड नहीं मिलते, मतलब जो एडिटोरियल्स है। सो रीड देम, एंड इफ यू फील इट इज ओपिनियनेटेड, मेक you are smart enough, you are grown up enough, you understand why is the person saying so, or is he inclined towards one particular entity, one particular party, or whatsoever. So you can understand that and you can filter it, you can present it in your own way, right? So choose wisely. That's what my perspective is. So we also want to copy that. You also copy अच्छा Sumit, राइट। सुमित, सी दैट वो मेरा था, वो मेरी टीचर ने बताया था, अब मैं आपको जो बताऊंगा वो कॉपी करना है आप। चलिए, all right. So this was okay, guys. These are the sample answers for the topics that were given to you in the year 2024. So मैंने आपको सबके essays दिए हैं. Now, do you want to read one essay with me? एक essay पढ़ के देखें श्रेया, ताकि थोड़ा सा आइडिया लगे हमें कैसा लिखना है. Rest of the essays I have provided you. Rest of the essays in this file itself. You can read it later on. सारा पढ़ेंगे तो फिर सारा टाइम इसमें निकल जाएगा. तो let's read one essay. कौन सा पढ़ना है गाइस? टॉपिक कौन सा चूज करना था हमने? 1 2 3 4. यस गाइस, वन लेट्स रीड वन टॉपिक जो आपको पता चले. चलो यही पढ़ते हैं, उसमें थोड़े फैक्ट्स एंड डेटा भी है ना. हाउ कैन यूथ कंट्रीब्यूट, नहीं नहीं सर, हम तो एआरडी वाला लिखेंगे ना, तो एआरडी वाला देखते हैं. चलो ये वाले आप पढ़ लेना, लेकिन इसको गाइस एक बार. ठीक है. हाउ कैन एक्सेस टू क्रेडिट इंक्रीज सस्टेनेबल फार्मिंग प्रैक्टिसेस इन इंडिया. एक्सेस टू क्रेडिट, ये भी एआरडी का है. ठीक है, ये भी हम पढ़ सकते हैं. हाउ मच फैक्चुअल डेटा वी कैन यूज, एज मच एज यू कैन एचपी, जितना आप कर पाओ, द मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल. टॉपिक नंबर 3 करना है लोहिता काव्या. ठीक है, टॉपिक नंबर 3 देखते हैं. राइट, लेट्स रीड वन टॉपिक, उसमें समझ आएगा हमें क्या लिखना है, कैसे लिखना है, व्हाट शुड बी योर लेवल ऑफ योर प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल्स. सो integration fish culture and with agriculture crops enhances productivity and farmers income, discuss. Now let's understand guys, you always start with a background of the topic. You open the curtain, you raise the curtain by explaining the topic. So integrating fish culture with agricultural crops, commonly referred to as aquaponics, or we also call it pisciculture, if I'm not wrong, Avantika, right? राइट यार, ठीक है. मैं मतलब ऑल्दो आई टीच इंग्लिश, बट थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ा लिखा तो मैं भी हूँ ना, तो मुझे भी आता है. राइट. मुझे याद आ रहा है. तो पिसी कल्चर बोलते थे, है ना. तो यस, सो कॉमनली रेफर टू एज एक्वापॉनिक्स और इंटीग्रेटेड फार्मिंग सिस्टम्स इज अ सस्टेनेबल एग्रीकल्चर प्रैक्टिस दैट हैज गेन्ड ट्रैक्शन इन द recent years. This method combines aquaculture, fish farming with production, creating a synergistic relationship that enhances productivity and boosts farmers' incomes. In India, where agriculture is a primary livelihood for a significant. देखो, first I gave you the background of the topic. What is integrating fish culture with agriculture crop means? What it entails? This method combines aquaculture, that is fish farming, with crop production, creating a synergistic relationship that enhances productivity and boosts farmers' incomes. Now I'm coming to the India's perspective now. Now in India, where agriculture is a primary livelihood for a significant portion of the population. Now, instead of writing significant proportion, this is where I would write a data point. This is where I would write a stat, right? So, Barna, I would write livelihood for 66% or 62% of the population. The integration of fish culture with traditional farming presents numerous benefits. This is the opening statement for you. Then, one of the primary advantages of integrating fish culture with crop production is the efficient use of resources. In a traditional farming system where nutrients in a traditional farming system, water, nutrients, and land are often used separately for crops and fish. However, in an integrated system, water from fish tanks can be used to can be utilized to irrigate crops. The fish excrete waste, which is rich in nutrients. When this water is circulated to the crops, it provides them with essential nutrients, reducing the need for chemical fertilizers. This approach not only conserves water but also minimizes the environmental impact associated with excessive fertilizer use. Studies have shown that integrated systems can reduce water consumption by up to 90% compared to traditional farming methods. Next, furthermore, guys, इसी चीज का एग्जांपल देता हूँ. अभी इंडिया में recently India has starting a new concept of is there a lag, Avantika? कोई lag आ रहा है मेरी वीडियो में ना? Just give me 1 second, guys. Just give me 1 second. Yes, guys, is it better now? अभी ठीक है? Right. So I was saying कि India has recently started, observing. मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था, एक एडिटोरियल था कि मैन मेड वाटर पॉन्ड्स क्या थे कि वो जो बारिश का पानी है वो उसको स्टोर करते हैं बाय क्रिएटिंग काइंड ऑफ मतलब शैलो पॉन्ड इन देयर जो फ्री लैंड है ना। फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे मैं लैंड को अभी यूज नहीं कर रहा बनते का, इन बिटवीन क्रॉप सर्कल जो होता है, क्रॉप साइकिल जो होता है, इन बिटवीन जब तो थोड़ा टाइम आता है जब खाली रहता है, उस टाइम पे मैं उस लैंड को टिल करके और उसमें अंदर पानी सेव करता हूँ। उससे क्या होता है, एक तो बारिश का पानी मैं इरिगेशन में यूज कर सकता हूँ, रन ऑफ नहीं होगा, नीचे जाएगा तो सीधा वाटर लेवल को ही बढ़ाएगा ताकि बाद में मेरे ही एक्वीफायर्स को रिचार्ज करेगा वो। और मुझे बार बार सिर्फ मॉनसून पे या बार बार मुझे कैनाल वाटर या रिवर वाटर पे डिपेंड होने की जरूरत नहीं, मेरे पास एक लोकल वो हो गया, रिसोर्स हो गया अपने पानी के लिए। तो ये कल्चर अभी साउथ में शुरू हुआ है एंड दिस इज ग्रोइंग अप अ लॉट। ठीक है, तो ये ऐसी ऐसी चीजें हैं जो आपको पता होनी चाहिए। दिस इज अनदर टॉपिक इन अनदर थिंग दैट कैन बी एडेड टू दिस। ये जो फार्मिंग है, पॉन्ड फार्मिंग, इसको भी हम इंटीग्रेट कर सकते हैं अपने फिश कल्चर के साथ। सो दिस इज कॉल्ड ब्रेन स्टॉर्मिंग, दिशा, जो आप बोल रहे थे ना कि सर हाँ हम इसमें और चीजें अपनी तरफ से कैसे ऐड करें। जो आपने पढ़ा हुआ है, जो आप जानते हो, वही ऐड कर पाओगे ना। जो मुझे मालूम ही नहीं है वो मैं ऐड भी नहीं कर सकता वहां पर, राइट? एग्जैक्टली। नेक्स्ट, फर्दर मोर गाइज, आई टेक योर क्वेरीज, एक बार मैं फिनिश कर दूं, देन आई टेक योर क्वेरीज, ठीक है? Furthermore, integrating fish culture with crops can significantly enhance overall productivity. The combined yields from both fish and crops often exceed what could be achieved through separate cultivation. For instance, a farmer can grow vegetables, fruits, and grains alongside fish, leading to a diversified production system. This diversification can protect farmers against market fluctuations, ensuring a more stable income. For example, during periods of crop failure due to drought or disease, the income generated from fish can provide a financial safety net. Additionally, the integration allows farmers to maximize their use of land and resources, leading to increased overall productivity. True. Another benefit of integrated farming is the potential for increased farmer income. The dual production of fish and crops creates multiple revenue streams, allowing farmers to sell both fish and agriculture products. This diversification is especially beneficial in rural areas where access to markets may be limited. Farmers can sell fresh products and fish directly to consumers or local markets, enhancing their income potential. The dual income streams can be particularly advantageous for smallholder farmers who often face financial challenges and uncertainty in fluctuating market. Moreover, integrated farming systems can enhance food security at the household level. The production of fish provides a valuable source of protein, contributing to improved nutrition for farming families. This is particularly important in rural areas where access to diverse and nutritious food may be limited. By integrating fish culture with crops, farmers can ensure a steady supply of both plant and animal protein, enhancing their family's diet and health. In India, several successful models of integrating fish farming have emerged. For example, the paddy cum fish culture system involves cultivating rice in paddy fields while raising fish simultaneously, right? Because paddy में बहुत ज़्यादा पानी यूज होता है, right? And वो पानी ही चाहिए होता है fish को, right? So it's a win-win situation in both cases, right? This method has been adopted in states like West Bengal and Assam, where farmers have reported increased yields and income. Similarly, integrating fish farming with horticulture has been successfully implemented in various regions, showcasing the adaptability of this approach across different agricultural contexts. Now, despite the numerous advantages, challenges remain in implementing. ये देखो निखिल, अब दे आ रही है दूसरी साइड, सिर्फ उसने एक ही साइड नहीं बताई कि अच्छा 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 है, वो challenges भी बताएगा, solution भी देगा वो। Despite numerous advantages, challenges remain in implementing integrated fish culture with agriculture. Farmers may require training and knowledge about aquaculture practices, water management, and crop fish compatibility. Additionally, access to markets, quality fish seed, and affordable feed can also be barriers to a successful integration. Now, government support and initiatives aimed at promoting integrated farming can help address these challenges, providing farmers with necessary resources and knowledge. And in the end, how do you conclude? In conclusion, integrating fish culture with agricultural crops offers a sustainable solution that enhances productivity and increases farmers' incomes. By utilizing resources more efficiently, diversifying production, and improving food security, integrated farming systems can significantly benefit rural communities in India. As the agriculture sector continues to face challenges from climate change, market fluctuation, and food security concerns, adopting integrated approaches like aquaponics can play a crucial role in creating resilient and productive farming systems. Encouraging such practices not only supports farmers but also contributes to broader goals of sustainable agriculture and rural development. Guys, any factual information that you might have read about this topic or related to this topic in your ARD, please share it with me in the chat box. Summer plowing and rainwater harvesting. Right, Gopal. because my writing skills are not so good and also do too many mistakes in grammar. So please tell me how can I improve it. सी द ओनली वे, मैं आपको अभी बताता हूँ guys, मैंने आपको क्यों बोला स्टार्टिंग में ही अपने फैक्ट्स एंड डेटा यूज करो। मैं आपको तीन बेनिफिट बताता हूँ उसके, ठीक है, और फिर आपको समझ आएगा मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ वो किस किस पर्सपेक्टिव से बोल रहा हूँ, उसका क्या बेनिफिट है आपको। गाइज इफ यू यूज फैक्ट्स एंड डेटा, इफ यू यूज फैक्ट्स डेटा, अभी देखना, एक तो ये वाला ऐसे था, स्टेटिस्टिक्स, स्टैट्स, रिपोर्ट्स, स्कीम्स। एक तो ये वाला ऐसे जो हमने अभी पढ़ा विदाउट एनी फैक्चुअल इन्फॉर्मेशन, राइट, बट एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल था वेस्ट बंगाल का और बस। आई थिंक नथिंग स्पेसिफिक वाज देयर, वेस्ट बंगाल और असम का एग्जांपल था। लेकिन इससे पिछला ऐसे देखते हैं एक बार, जस्ट लेट्स कम टू ऐसे नंबर 2, एक बार ये देखना गाइस। How access to credit is vital for farmers in India, particularly in promoting sustainable farming practices. Agriculture employs 58% of Indian population, making it crucial sector for economic development. Now, guys, अगर आपके पास फैक्ट होते हैं ना, तो ये देखो जैसे सेकंड पैराग्राफ में है, the Reserve Bank of India reported that agriculture credit flow rose from 8.6 lakh crore in 2019-2020 to 15.3 lakh crore in 21-22, underscoring a great recognition of the need of financial support. अगर हर पैराग्राफ के लिए आपके पास एक डेटा पॉइंट है, 30 to 50% increase in crop yields while simultaneously decreasing water usage, तो ड्रिप इरिगेशन एक्सपीरियंस, अगर आपको ये पता है, ये पढ़ते हैं एआरडी में हम, am I right श्रेया, पढ़ा होगा आपने ड्रिप इरिगेशन के बारे में, उसके क्या बेनिफिट है। अगर हर पैराग्राफ में आपके पास एक एफएओ का, जैसे ये आ गया फूड एंड एग्रीकल्चर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ये अपना यूएन का है, इसने क्या बोला है रिपोर्ट में। नेक्स्ट, हर पैराग्राफ में अगर आपके पास एक डेटा पॉइंट है, तो अब इसमें क्या होता है गाइस, आप उस डेटा पॉइंट को लेके आप उसके पहले एक सेंटेंस क्रिएट कर देते हो, उसके बाद में एक सेंटेंस क्रिएट कर देते हो, और आपका एक अच्छा पैराग्राफ जनरेट हो जाता है। तो ये करने से आपके क्या बेनिफिट्स हैं, मैं आपको तीन बेनिफिट समझाता हूँ गाइस। अगर आपको टॉपिक के बारे में फैक्ट्स, डेटा, स्टैटिस्टिक्स, रिपोर्ट, स्कीम्स अगर मालूम है, तो सबसे पहला देखो गाइस, इट, ये आप सब एग्री करते हो, आप सबने मुझे बोला था इट फेचेस मोर मार्क्स, राइट। मैंने आपको दो ओपनिंग बताई थी, और दो ओपनिंग्स में से आप सबने खुद चूज करके बताया था कि सर सेकंड ओपनिंग वाज बेटर, राइट। तो इट फेचेस मोर मार्क्स, ज्यादा मार्क्स आएंगे, नंबर वन। दूसरा, आपका देखो गाइस, अगर आप इंग्लिश में सेंटेंसेस लिख रहे हो अपना पॉइंट लिखने में, ओपिनियन लिखने में, वहां पे आप ग्रामेटिकल मिस्टेक कर सकते हो, बट क्या फैक्ट एंड डेटा लिखने में ग्रामेटिकल मिस्टेक कर सकते हो श्रेया? सो इट रिड्यूसेस, नॉट सेइंग एलिमिनेट, बट आई थिंक इट रिड्यूसेस पोटेंशियल मिस्टेक्स जो आप कर सकते थे अगर आप सिर्फ अपनी इंग्लिश के बेसिस पे अपने आंसर्स लिखते तो इट रिड्यूसेस पोटेंशियल मिस्टेक्स, क्योंकि फैक्ट्स एंड डेटा तो आपको ऑलरेडी याद है ना सुपर्णा, उसमें तो आपको कुछ दोबारा से क्रिएट करने की जरूरत नहीं है, राइट। यू जस्ट रिमेंबर एंड यू जस्ट एग्जीक्यूट इट द वे यू रिमेंबर इट, राइट। और तीसरा, इट सेव्स योर टाइम। हाउ डज इट सेव योर टाइम गाइस? अगर आप सोच के वहां पे बैठ के सोच सोच के सेंटेंसेस क्रिएट कर रहे हो, वुड दैट टेक मोर टाइम, या जो आप अपने फैक्ट एंड डेटा जो आपको ऑलरेडी याद है उसको सिर्फ आप टाइप कर रहे हो, किसमें ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा? तो मुझे एक चीज समझाओ, इसको मैं विन विन नहीं, विन 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 सिचुएशन बोल रहा हूँ आपके लिए। टाइम बचता है, गलतियां कम होती हैं, और ज्यादा मार्क्स आते हैं। व्हाट एल्स डू यू नीड फॉर? अब आप सब बोल रहे हो कि सर मैं ग्रामेटिकल मिस्टेक्स मुझसे हो जाती है, देखो इस टाइम पे मैं ये तो नहीं कहूंगा कि आप ग्रामर पढ़ने बैठो, अब तुम्हारा वो फेज 1 से पहले की स्टेज थी एचपी, ठीक है, कि सर मेरी ग्रामर में गलतियां हो रही है, वो आपको फेज 1 से पहले करना चाहिए था। अभी इस टाइम पे ग्रामर पे फोकस करने का लॉजिक नहीं रहता, क्योंकि आप एआरडी तैयारी करोगे, ईएसआई की तैयारी करोगे, डिस्क्रिप्टिव इंग्लिश की तैयारी करोगे, या ग्रामर पढ़ोगे बैठ के, राइट। सो द स्मार्ट वे अराउंड इट इज कीप योर सेंटेंसेस सिंपल, स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, बट कीप देम इंफॉर्मेटिव। समझ आ रही है चीज एचपी, दीपांशु? हाँ अनु, अब समझ आया। अगर ये तो स्टैटिक टॉपिक था, अगर हम फैक्चुअल टॉपिक लेते हैं, जैसे ये वाला टॉपिक था टॉपिक नंबर 2, तो इसमें आप हर पॉइंट पे आप अपना एक फैक्चुअल पॉइंट दे सकते हो जो आपने प्रिपेयर कर रखा है। इज बेटर टू चूज अ टॉपिक वेयर आई नो, आप, मैंने बोला तो अनु, चार टॉपिक में से कौन सा टॉपिक चूज करना है? द टॉपिक विच यू नो द मोस्ट अबाउट, जिसमें सबसे ज्यादा आपको फैक्चुअल इन्फॉर्मेशन पता हो, द जिसमें जिस टॉपिक के बारे में सबसे ज्यादा नॉलेज आपको हो, वो टॉपिक आपको चूज करना है जो सबसे ईजी हो आपके लिए एग्जीक्यूट करना, ठीक है। एग्जामिनर कोई नहीं है यहाँ पे तुषार, आपका जो आंसर्स है सारे वो सॉफ्टवेयर इवेलुएट करता है, तो कोई ह्यूमन इवेलुएशन नहीं होती है। खैर वो बोलते नहीं है चीज, अगर आप उनसे आरटीआई डाल के पूछोगे ना, तो वो यही बोलेंगे कि हाँ आपके आंसर मैनुअली इवेलुएट होते हैं। बट जस्ट इमेजिन कितने हजारों बच्चे हैं और आपके इतने एसेज हैं, सोचो कितने लोग चाहिए होंगे आपके आंसर इवेलुएट करने के लिए, उनको मालूम है 6 महीने लग जाएंगे आपका रिजल्ट निकालने में। तो आपके आंसर सॉफ्टवेयर के थ्रू इवेलुएट होता है, जैसे ग्रामरली नहीं करता आपका, देखा है बनते का, ग्रामरली हो गया, ए आजकल तो एआई है यार। आप अपना आंसर कॉपी करो, पेस्ट करो एआई पे, वो 2 सेकंड के अंदर बता देगा कितनी गलतियां, कहाँ गलती है, क्या उसमें ठीक था, क्या गलत था। ये भी बता देगा कि जो बच्चे ने जो फैक्ट लिखा हुआ है वो ठीक है या गलत है। करेक्ट। और उनके पास सॉफ्टवेयर हैं, वो उन्हीं को यूज करते हैं। एग्जैक्टली अवंतिका, वी कुड हैव यूज्ड पीएम मत्स्य संपदा योजना, ये एआई ने लिखा है ना अवंतिका, ये हमने ये मतलब ह्यूमन ने, ये एआई दिख रहा है ना, पढ़ के समझ आ रहा है ना एआई का लिखा हुआ है। तो ये सिर्फ सैंपल आंसर है, मतलब वी हैव टू राइट ऑन दीज लाइंस, मैं लाइन समझा रहा था कि इन लाइंस पे लिखना है आपको, ये लिखना है, हर एंगल को डिस्कस करना है, बेनिफिट भी लिखने हैं, चैलेंजेस भी लिखने हैं, सॉल्यूशन भी बताना है, स्कीम क्या लॉन्च हो रखी है वो भी बताना है, क्या गवर्नमेंट ने स्टेप्स एंड मेजर्स लिए हैं वो भी बताना है। राइट। और वहां पे आपका इनपुट आता है, वहां पे आपका होमवर्क आता है, आप कितने वेल रिसर्च हो वहां पर। ठीक है। तो कैन यस स्वाति, आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट इन इंग्लिश। एग्जैक्टली। सो अच्छा, यू जॉइंड अ लिटिल लेट, अनु। Not flatter, you can't flatter software. But Dipanshi, see what how they evaluate. There are certain parameters that you have to meet. That there are minimal mistakes. The topic is holistically and organically discussed in different verticals. You meet the word limit. There is no typo. There is no punctuation mistake, and your data points are up to the date. You'll fetch the maximum marks possible. हाँ हाँ अवंतिका, अप्रोक्सीमेशन इज एब्सोल्युटली एक्सेप्टेबल। अप्रोक्सीमेशन इज नथिंग रॉन्ग विद दैट। फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर मुझे याद नहीं है कि 66% थी या 68% पॉपुलेशन इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन एग्रीकल्चर, तो यू नो व्हाट आई वुड डू, अ स्मार्ट पर्सन वुड डू अराउंड 2/3 ऑफ द इंडियन पॉपुलेशन, अराउंड 2/3 or approximately 65, right? That would give me the safe buffer. So yes, approximation is perfectly all right, but don't lie there. Don't just create a fact just on the, just because you have to create it. Don't lie there, because that will be caught. वहां है 66, आप लिख रहे हो 36, that would be a problem, right? So that is what approximation is absolutely accepted. ओनली व्हेन मोर देन एवरेज मार्क्स, यस तुषार। सो सिर्फ उन बच्चों के पेपर इवेलुएट होते हैं जो 65 या 67 के बियॉन्ड स्कोर कर रहे होते हैं, सिर्फ उनके पेपर को दोबारा इवेलुएट किया जाता है। ठीक है, जो 60 से बियॉन्ड या 65 के बिलो स्कोर करते हैं, उनको सिर्फ सॉफ्टवेयर इवेलुएट करता है, जो एवरेज वाले होते हैं। नेशनल मिशन, यस एब्सोल्युटली गोपाल। नेशनल मिशन सस्टेनेबल फार्मिंग, यस दैट्स ऑल्सो, that could also be yes, PM Pranam Yojana, National Mission on National Farming, yes, absolutely. Not you can, you have to, Gopal. You're using the wrong word. Not you could have. You should have and you must. That is what is going to fetch you the maximum marks possible. Essays for 40 marks, yes. गौरव भैया, तुम कहाँ ध्यान में शुरू से बैठे हो, आप सुन नहीं रहे थे क्या? अच्छा, यू आर कंफ्यूज अबाउट स्ट्रक्चर। सी गाइस एस्पिरेंट, मैं आपको स्ट्रक्चर बता देता हूँ। 40 मार्क्स का आपका 600 वर्ड का है, बट आपको 600 वर्ड अपने एआरडी में नहीं लिखने होते, वहां पे आपको सिर्फ 450 500 तक इनफ है, क्योंकि वहां पे क्वेश्चन ज्यादा है और टाइम कम है। लेकिन डिफरेंस क्या है स्ट्रक्चर में, वहां पे आंसर आप कैसे लिखते हो गाइस, वहां पे आप बुलेट पॉइंट्स, टाइटल, सब सेक्शन, ये सब बना सकते हो। ऐसे में ये सब नहीं चलता। ऐसे में आप देख रहे हो, ऐसे सिर्फ पैराग्राफ्स में लिखे जाते हैं। तो दैट इज द अंडरलाइंग डिफरेंस बिटवीन द स्ट्रक्चर। And the other difference is in a question and answer, you have to provide in-depth information about the topic. But in essay, you are not supposed to give in-depth knowledge. You are supposed to discuss the topic from every tangent, from every vertical, from every angle. That is the difference between answer and an essay. Got it, aspirant? Right. So that is the difference that we need to understand. So would it be good if we had Gopika? I think I've answered this question. We do not use bullet points, titles, subtitles, sub paragraphs, subheadings, or headings in an essay. In your answers in ARD, you can do that, but in essay writing, see, that is why descriptive English paper is conducted separately. Now they see, Gopika, don't you think they would have tested your English language from your answers itself? But in your answers, you can use bullet points, right? But in English, you are not supposed to use bullet points, because how are they going to test your English skills if you just write bullet points? Am I right? So that is why descriptive English paper is conducted separately. Yes, real life examples are good, but they should be relevant, coherent निकल, ये नहीं कि एक गांव में एक बंदे ने खुदकुशी कर, एक फार्मर ने खुदकुशी कर ली, वो रियल एग्जांपल है, दैट इज नॉट रेलेवेंट। हाँ, नेशनल लेवल का कोई एग्जांपल है, दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली यू कैन एंड यू शुड। Yes, there is a word counter, Rahul. We'll discuss all that. There is a word counter. There is a timer on the screen which will keep on continuously telling you how much time has elapsed and how many words you have written in your answer, Rahul. So you don't need to count your words. It would be a huge blunder if you use bullet points. You would, what is blunder? You will not be entertained in the next stage. Wait for next year. That's the blunder. So other than that, nothing wrong there. So that is the difference that we are going to discuss here. Sir, essay list. What is essay list, Gopal? I didn't get your point. So, okay, somebody was asking me, sir, please explain in English. So, what I was explaining here is, I was justifying that how can you eliminate mistakes, without bothering about your grammar. So that was the question here. So how can we reduce mistakes in our grammatical sentences? So I told them that, okay, if you use facts, if you use data, if you use statistics, reports, schemes in your answers, in your essay, it fetches more marks. It saves your time because you don't have to sit down and think about what you have to write, because in factual information you already remember it, you just present it, you just execute it. And the important point is, see, if you're writing on the basis of your opinion, you might make grammatical mistakes. But if you're writing facts and data and you're explaining those facts and data, I don't think you can make too many grammatical mistakes there, right? About providing a service. Yes, at the end of the topic, be a little patient, Gopal. Have a little patience. I have not even started yet, actually. Digitally, Shreya, you don't write your answers. This paper is all about online typing. Okay, one more insight, guys. Even if you're using laptops, even if you're using PCs, please get around a rusty old keyboard. Right? I'll show you like this. The one we use in PC. Get a keyboard like this. Even if you use a laptop, get a keyboard, because in your exam you will have a very poor quality, very poor state. I think you have all been to your phase 1 exam, right, Avantika? phase 1 में देखा ना क्या हालत था, श्रेया? सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, वो सेकंड में तो आपको चलो, फर्स्ट में तो आपको कीबोर्ड यूज नहीं करना था, सेकंड में आपको वही कीबोर्ड यूज करना पड़ेगा. Now that is would be a difficult situation. So please get used to that. So buy an old, already used keyboard with rusty keys and so that you can have the right simulation of the exam. So this year in economic survey, one chapter highlighted a lot, labor in the AI era, crisis or catalyst. Yes, तुषार, ये तो पिछले साल ऐसे भी आया था. आरबीआई में आप ऐसे पता है क्या पूछा गया था पिछले साल? Five, okay, one machine can replace five human beings, five employees. Okay, one machine can replace five average workers or five average employees, but it cannot replace one smart human being. That was the topic that was asked in the exam. So, building up on the same point, yes, this is a crucial topic. How, what, AI, I told you, science and technology, AI is, an evergreen topic for now. How can AI impact jobs in the future? Why skilling and upskilling is required? So, yes, it is a crisis, but it is also an opportunity for us, right? We have the demographic dividend, right? We have the youngest demographic dividend in the world, and we have the ability to do that upskilling. If we execute it well, I think we can reap the benefits and we can become a developed nation by 2047. And that's your whole essay. You can write your whole essay around these 5 sentences, actually. जो मैंने बोला ना अभी आपको, ये पूरा ऐसे बिल्ड अप कर सकते हो आप. I don't have rusty old one though. Buy it, Dipanshi. Go to a computer shop anywhere around you and ask for them. They'll give you just 200 rupees, 300 rupees. They'll give you an old one. Anu, who told you you are average in answer writing? Now, guys, please do not carry your burden of your mental baggage with you. Everybody is doing it for the first time. Nobody is here for the 10th time or 5th time, Anu. Everybody is doing it for the first time. So don't tag yourself. I'm bad in English. I'm bad at grammar. I'm bad at this. Who told you that? You are telling this to yourself. You don't do that. We improve as human beings. So don't judge. How many essays? As many as you can. Okay, if you want a number, if it is being realistic, at least 20 essays. Anu, fair enough? Is there a weekly test? No, there are 5 full-length mock tests, Shushmita. Once you feel comfortable, then you can. I have given you 5 sample tests, which you can practice on your own, and I've given you 5 full-length tests, which you will take. and which we are going to evaluate for you. The 5 full-length mock tests we are going to evaluate for you guys. So you write a mock test, we will receive the answers, we will evaluate those answers for you. We will give our detailed feedback on every sentence, every word, every paragraph, every answer. And then you have to build up on that feedback and then, make it better next time. So there are 5 sample tests to practice on your own and 5 full-length tests which we are going to evaluate for you. Okay, Sushmita? स्टैटिक ईएसआई, वो ईएसआई वाले टीचर से पूछना राहुल, उसका मुझे आइडिया नहीं है. आई एम कंसर्न्ड विद डिस्क्रिप्टिव इंग्लिश. ओके गाइस, एनीबडी नोस कि स्टैटिक का क्या वेटेज? आई थिंक 50-50 रहता है, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग. राहुल, सुपर्णा, किसी ने देखा थोड़ा? आई डोंट रिमेम्बर, क्योंकि आरबीआई में तो यही रहता है, 50% स्टैटिक और 50% आपका वो वाला पार्ट. So they don't even exactly one thing. They don't even let you touch the keyboard in phase one. But second paper, phase two is all about keyboard. Second paper, you won't be using mouse too much. So that is the difference. Keyboard was very beautiful. TCS Uttarakhand New Center. Lucky you, aspirant. Just talk to others. Just ask them what they went through. Yes, yes, Gaurav. RBI तो यार फिर वो apex body है यार country की, मतलब come on. You have to respect that. RBI is not just a bank, it is the bank of the banks, right? Which regulates 5 trillion, $4 trillion economy, 140 crore people, right? So obviously it has to be next level. Sir, recently labor codes are in news. Labor code, yes, EPFO को जो भी labor codes आएंगे गोपाल गौड़ा. So that can be asked that why reforms are necessary at this point of time in the country, like recent labor code. You can use it as example, but particularly labor codes पे ये नहीं पूछेगा ऐसे वो आपसे कि labor codes पे ऐसे लिख के बताओ. No, that can't be a topic. Topic will always be generic. Now you will use, it will be just for example in 2021 in RBI they asked a topic not that discuss Ukraine-Russia war. What title they give? The title they gave was peace cannot be achieved through war, it can be only achieved through understanding. Discuss. So this was the topic given. So if they also want to see if a person who is writing the answer, if he is mentally present there or not. If somebody would be writing that answer in 2021, he would definitely highlight Russia-Ukraine war, right? So that is how they give you topics, Gopal, Gowda. Switch keyboard twice, keyboards are horrible at center. I know, Tushar, this is a pain in this is very painstaking. Sorry. So that is that. But still, guys, please make sure when you are in the exam, make sure first thing you do is you check your keyboard, every key is working. If it is not, get it replaced right there. Don't wait for the exam to get start, to start and then fight with them, fight with the invigilator. Please change my this, change my that. Okay. So please make sure you do that promptly. चलेगा इस तो ये four topic, look deep into nature and then you will start to understand everything better. You can see how do you write a static topic. Okay, so when you're writing a static topic you can also read, okay, how to write a static topic. It should not be just static, it should relate to your real life as well. Yes, absolutely, Dipanshi. While typing password, test all your keys while typing your before that. Competition खत्म करना चाहते हो अपने. Right. चलिए अब ये इधर उधर की गौरव. Let's not delve, let's not diverge from the topic. Let's stay here. So look deep into the nature. You will see it reflects a profound connection between humanity and the natural world. This statement underscores the importance of observing and engaging with beauty, with nature as a pathway to deeper knowledge, insight, and understanding across various dimensions of like scientific. मैंने बोला था ना scientific, philosophical, emotional, ethical. सारी चीजों को डिस्कस करना है, एक पॉइंट को लेकर नहीं बैठना. Guys, यही चीज वो देखना चाहते हैं कि how broadly can you think? How widely can how wide angles can you touch when you are doing this? That is what they look for. Okay, and that is what you should also strive for doing. We'll learn that how to do that. Now let's look at the other question, guys. The précis writing. This is 2024, guys, by the way. Précis writing. The topic was social media is not what it used to be earlier. Nowadays all about consuming content and not connecting with one another. Marketing videos have to be short to be effective as brand campaigns. आजकल देख रहे हो आप, हम YouTube पे पहले आज से 10 साल पहले अविनीश, we used to use YouTube just for music and videos. Am I right? So Parna? Even 5 years, even before COVID-19, YouTube was majorly for music and enjoyment and and just look at it today. You can see everything on YouTube: live streaming, podcast, vlog, blog, reaction videos, promotional videos, advertisements, educational videos, media launches, product launches. Everything is there on YouTube today, right? So this is what they're talking about. That reels, short. right? Addiction to short media reels. Marketing videos have to be short to be effective as brand campaigns. So we people do not look for hoardings today. When you travel to your work, do you look for the hoardings, guys? No, but you do look at your phone when you're traveling, and you do get all those hoardings in your phone now. So that is what social media marketing has done to you. So this was the passage, and you can read the passage, guys. This is the passage which was given, and this is the sample answer for your précis. Give it a title on the top: Emergence of Social Media Marketing, and within the word limit, you have to create an organic in your own words, original in your own words. You have to present the whole passage, the gist of the whole passage within the restricted word limit. Right, Tushar, that is right. Then third, letter writing, guys. Look at the topics. Write a letter to your resident RWA, Resident Welfare Association, for creating a library in the locality. Number one topic. Second, write a letter to the electricity board regarding the mismatch of your address in your electric bill, asking to rectify it. And third topic was write a letter to your manager to congratulate him for his retirement and telling him about the role he played in your career. So you get the kind of topics that they ask in the exam. Which topic would you choose, AJ? One, two, or three? Let's assume you were sitting in the exam, Suparna, Avnish, yes, Shreya. Which topic would you choose? One, three, two, for creating a library. सर वो उसमें थोड़ा सा कंटेंट मिल जाएगा ना लिखने को, am I right? सर लिखने का बातें हो जाएंगी हमारे पास लिखने को। ये एड्रेस वाले में तो बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगा सर। क्या लिखे, मेरा एड्रेस गलत है उसको ठीक कर दो, तीसरी लाइन लिखने को नहीं है, राइट? और ये कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट कर लेंगे सर, लेकिन ये थोड़ा सा वैसा लग रहा है ना, ये वे आउट वाला लग रहा है कि कुछ नहीं हो रहा तो ये वाला लिख लो, है ना, इजी वाला। लेकिन हम चूज करेंगे वन वाला, सर उसमें मस्त लिखा जाएगा। एग्जैक्टली, सी दिस इज हाउ यू बिल्ड अप योर परसेप्शन अबाउट द एग्जाम. So that is why orientation was needed. You understand what is required and what you need to execute during the exam. Okay. Very good. So ये तो था guys just understanding कि what kind of questions are asked. Now sample answers to these letters are also given to you here. Okay, so you can go through these letters. What do you write in the Resident Welfare Association wala, library wala? Then 150 words में लिखना है तो it has to be long. Then second, electricity address mismatch वाले में क्या लिखोगे आप? क्या हो गया, ये मेरा एड्रेस था, मैं क्यों मूव कर गया, ये वो जो भी है। थर्ड आपको कंग्रेचुलेशन, ये सेमी फॉर्मल लेटर होते हैं गाइस। फर्स्ट टू लेटर्स वर फॉर्मल, थर्ड लेटर वो सेमी फॉर्मल, जो आप अपने मैनेजर को लिख रहे हो। अब मैनेजर को ये तो नहीं लिखोगे मैनेजर व्हाट्सअप, राइट, व्हाट्स हैपनिंग, व्हाट्स कुकिंग इन लाइफ, नहीं, राइट, इट्स नॉट इनफॉर्मल बट इट इज नॉट ऑल्सो फॉर्मल. So that's what we call semi-formal. You know the person, but you know him professionally, right? Yes, if needed, aspirant letters can have bullet points. If only if needed, only if needed, not compulsorily. See, in these two letters, you have no bullet points, just paragraphs. Similarly, in this, you just have paragraphs. But in first letter, now it felt that what would be the benefit, or what would be the benefits of introducing a library in the society: unrestricted access to knowledge, educational support, nurturing bonds among residents, and personal development. So yes, only if needed. Okay. चलिए, तो ये था गाइस आपके क्वेश्चंस एंड आंसर्स. अब लेट्स go further. Yes, yeah. See, I told to avoid personal pronouns, Rahul, because personal pronouns make your letter look kind of informal. So see, just imagine yourself, Rahul, when you are writing okay. See, we have been taught this way since we were kids. So in kids, remember, Shreya, when we were in school, we were taught to write application letter, leave letter, right? Congratulation letter or whatever. So I remember there we were taught to use as many pronouns, sir. Respected sir, I beg to say that I am a student of so and so class, and I want to say that I want to use so and so XYZ ABC, right? Fee waiver. But now you're writing professional letters. So just imagine, Rahul, you're writing a letter to your bank manager, right? You're writing a letter to the bank. What would your language be? I am a customer of your this bank. I have a bank account in your branch. I have this. Or what would be a better professional language? This letter has been written to highlight the concern of address change in under the given account number, which is under the name so and so and so. This account has been held under this branch for the last 3 years, and there has been no discrepancy in this account whatsoever. So you start with a formal introduction, then you give the body. Why are you changing the address? So instead of saying I am moving to a new place, use passive sentences. Due to change in the address, due to the reason that the family has moved to a new address, it is expected that or it is anticipated that the address must be changed, as quickly as or as soon as possible. So this letter is so this letter has been written to request to change the address under so and so name and so address. The previous address was this, the new address is this, and the documents needed for verification are Aadhaar card, PAN card, whatever जो भी है. Then these are added in the annexure. Then you give a conclusionary paragraph. I will be highly thankful if you need me for anything else. Kindly let me know. So there should be avoided to create a formal language, right? So if see, it's not incorrect, Rahul. So it should be formal, but need little as minimum. You, I'm not saying you can't use I, you, or we. You can, but as minimum as possible. That is the perspective. We'll learn all about letter writing. सब मतलब पूरा descriptive English एक ही lecture में पढ़ लेना है सारा guys. To give it time, we have 6 lectures to cover, and we'll cover all the components of the exam. Now, guys, please understand. Now, broadly speaking, what are the key areas of focus when you are preparing or when you are when you are practicing descriptive English? First area, key area of focus is your articulation for your essay writing. How do you articulate and the interface of the exam? Guys, interface is really, really challenging. Guys, you won't have an interface like your Word document. You know, okay, let me show you. I'll go a little further. I'll show you the interface first, guys. See, this is what the interface is going to look like in your exam. The question will be written on the top. Instructions will be given on the top about the question. Right? The instructions will be given on the top. Then the questions will be given to you. For example, write a essay on population. This is just an example. And below the question, there will be a dialog box. Can you see this, guys? There will be a dialog box. So you will not be writing in a Word document. You will be writing in a dialog box. And you know what the biggest challenge here is, AJ? You see the scroller here. Okay, let me give you. Okay, this is what your interface looks like. Just give me a second, guys. Let me show you with the help of Notepad. So, guys, I think all of you have used notepads in your life, but some of us do not. So let me show this to you. Okay. Okay, just give me a second now. Yes, guys, can you see the notepad on your screen? Yes, Avantika? Yes. So this is what your interface is going to look like. Let me shorten it again. This is how short your interface is going to look like in your exam. So what you will be supposed to do, you are supposed to write your answers in that dialog box. So what is going to happen? For example, see again the problem of rusty keyboard. I also have a rusty keyboard. Oh my God. This is the right example of how it might feel in the exam. Come on. So guys, could you see this? When I started writing, everything started shifting to the left. Yes. So at one point of time, you will only be able to see selected number of certain number of words. You will not be able to see the whole thing. समझ आ रहा है अवनीश? एक टाइम पे आपको पूरा दिखाई नहीं देगा. थोड़ा लिखने के बाद sentences will start shifting to the left. अगर आपने ये देखना है कि लेफ्ट में क्या लिखा हुआ है, you will have to scroll this. ये आपको स्क्रॉल करना पड़ेगा सबसे पहली चीज. फिर उसके बाद मैं दिखाता हूँ आपको. अब अगर इसके बाद फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने लिख दिया काफी सारा, ठीक है, अब ये देख रहे हो आप, ये कैसे कैसे दिखाई दिखाई पड़ रहा है आपको ये. दिस इज द चैलेंज दैट यू विल बी फेसिंग. सो गाइज, और ये सिर्फ लेफ्ट टू राइट ही स्क्रॉल नहीं करना पड़ेगा. आफ्टर यू राइट कपल ऑफ पैराग्राफ्स, ये आपको टॉप टू बॉटम भी स्क्रॉल करना पड़ेगा ये. तो एट वन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम यू आर ओनली एबल टू सी कपल ऑफ सेंटेंस, मतलब कपल ऑफ वर्ड्स ऑन द स्क्रीन. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, और उससे भी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम क्या है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अब जैसे मैंने सेंटेंस लिख दिया, मुझे यहाँ पे दिख रहा है ना अवनीश की मेरी प्रॉब्लम की स्पेलिंग रॉन्ग है, राइट? मुझे दिखाई देगा इसको पढ़ना. अब मुझे लग रहा है कि मुझे इसको ठीक करना है. मैं यहाँ पे क्लिक करना चाहता हूँ, तो मेरा कर्सर सीधा यहाँ पे आ जाता है, राइट? और मैं इसको बैक स्पेस दबा के इसको ठीक कर सकता हूँ. लेकिन एग्जाम में क्या होगा, आप जब यहाँ पे इसको करेक्ट करने के लिए, एडिट करने के लिए यहाँ पे क्लिक करोगे ना, तो कर्सर यहाँ पे नहीं शो करेगा. कर्सर पता है कहाँ शो करेगा? कर्सर विल शो टू द एक्सट्रीम राइट ऑफ दिस लाइन, यहाँ पर. फिर वहां से आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, ये जो एरो की है ना, ये दबा के रखनी पड़ेगी. ये दबा के रखोगे, ये धीरे 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 करके, अब ये देखो कहाँ पे आ रही है, देखो अब आई है वापस यहाँ पर. अब मैं इसको आके और अब मैं इसको एडिट कर पाऊंगा. तो अगर आपको एक गलती एडिट करनी है ना एक लाइन में, कम से कम आपको 15 से 20 सेकंड लगेंगे. ठीक है, कम से कम बोल रहा हूँ, 30 सेकंड्स कम से कम. और अगर आपने 10 गलतियां ठीक करी, मतलब 3 मिनट इसमें निकल गए आपके. आपको लगता है इतना टाइम होगा आपके पास? नहीं. तो मैं आपको हर वो निटी ग्रिटी बता रहा हूँ जो एग्जाम में आपको फेस करनी पड़ेगी. छोटी छोटी चीजें जो प्रॉब्लम आएंगी आपके सामने. समझ आ रहे हैं एजे? This is what the interface is going to look like to you. Please make sure you do not fall prey to this and you practice accordingly. स्क्रॉल बार, तुषार आप गए हो एग्जाम में तो आपको सबसे पता होगा. गए तुषार, और कोई चीज जो मैं मिस कर रहा हूँ, प्लीज डू शेयर इट विद अदर्स एज वेल. कि अगर कोई चीज जो यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम आती है एग्जाम में, जो आप बच्चों को मतलब दूसरे स्टूडेंट्स को बता सकते हो. सर इज दिस द फॉन्ट? वहां पे कोई फॉन्ट चेंज नहीं हो सकता काव्या, कोई आप अंडरलाइन नहीं कर पाओगे, कोई शॉर्टकट यूज नहीं कर पाओगे, कंट्रोल C कंट्रोल V कंट्रोल Z, ये कोई कोई की काम नहीं करेगी. सिर्फ आपकी न्यूमरल कीज, आपकी अल्फाबेट कीज और आपकी एरो कीज और बैक स्पेस की, ये कीज काम करेंगे जो टाइपिंग में यूज होते हैं. इसके अलावा और कोई फॉन्ट नहीं चेंज होगा, कोई कलर नहीं चेंज होगा, कोई अंडरलाइनिंग नहीं होगी, कोई बोल्ड नहीं होगा, कोई इटैलिक्स नहीं होगा वहां पर. वर्ड काव्या, जैसे आप नॉर्मल किसी भी वेबसाइट पे आप डायलॉग बॉक्स पे टाइप करते हो ना, उनका खुद का एक वो होता है, खुद का अपना फॉन्ट होता है, वही फॉन्ट रहेगा. यू कांट चेंज दैट. ठीक है. राइट गॉड. नहीं नहीं, ये कहाँ से? अरे मेरे तो कीबोर्ड ही काम नहीं कर रहा था उसमें. फॉन्ट विल बी, हाँ फॉन्ट विल बी ऑफ दिस साइज. दीपांशु, साइज यही रहेगा. मतलब आपको स्क्रीन पे इतना बड़ा दिख रहा है क्या? नहीं नहीं नहीं, मतलब अगर आप, आपको स्क्रीन पे पूरा बड़ा बड़ा दिख रहा होगा गाइस, लेकिन एक्चुअली में इतना बड़ा नहीं है. एक्चुअली में मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ अभी कैसा दिखेगा आपको. ठीक है, थोड़ा छोटा दिखेगा, मतलब फॉन्ट विल नॉट बी दिस बिग. मैं आपको शो करता हूँ अभी, जस्ट गिव मी सेकंड. अब हम पीडीएफ देख रहे हैं ना, मैं आपको भी ये दिखाता हूँ. आपको दिखाई दे रहा है? अब स्क्रीन पे नहीं दिखाई दे रहा अवनीश? मैं कैसे ओवरलैप करूँ इसको? अब दिखाई दे रहा है स्क्रीन के ऊपर अवनीश? मतलब आपको पीछे पीपीटी और ऊपर ही अलग से दिख रहा है ना नोटपैड? हाँ, ये साइज होगा वहां पे फॉन्ट का. ठीक है गाइस? तो इतना आपको डायलॉग बॉक्स दिखेगा और ये फॉन्ट पे आपको अपने अपने आंसर्स दिखेंगे. ऑफलाइन ही ले लेते, आई नो. See, what I'm saying, Swati, here is this is what your interface is going to look like. You will have a dialog box on your screen, and you will be required to type your answers in the dialog box. And at one point of time, you'll only be able to see selected number, I mean, certain number of words. If you want to see what you have written further in the sentence, you will be required to scroll this and read it like this. So scrolling is the most irritating part. And once the line completes, the cursor will move to the next line after this. So writing like this, see guys, do you know I have copied the two paragraphs on your screen. I've copied these two paragraphs on your screen, and these two paragraphs are written in only these two lines in your interface. One paragraph. See, this is one paragraph. This is one complete paragraph. Then this is second paragraph. So see guys, you will not actually feel like that you are writing in a paragraph. So you need to get used to this. So I'll tell you a website which has a similar interface to this exam. During ESI answer, sir told we can change case. Change case as in बोल्ड नहीं, बोल्ड तो आप कर सकते हो, बोल्ड और वो वाला तो कर सकते हो आप, मतलब कैपिटल एंड स्मॉल वो कर सकते हो आप, लेकिन इटैलिक्स और फॉन्ट ये सब चेंज नहीं होगा आपका। ठीक है, पेन पेपर बेस्ट तो है तुषार, आई नो, बट क्या करे, जो है सो है, अभी वी हैव टू मेक डू विद व्हाटएवर वी फेस। अभी ठीक है, राइट। सर शुड टेक केयर ऑफ ग्रामर टू, आई शुड टेक केयर ऑफ ग्रामर टू। मैं तो बस आपको एग्जांपल दे रहा था मैं। ग्रामर की स्पेलिंग गलत है बाय द वे, आपकी GRAMMAR होती है। इट्स ओके, बट नहीं नहीं, मैं तो बस आपको सिर्फ एग्जांपल दे रहा था कि कैसे लिखना है, मेरा तो कीबोर्ड काम नहीं कर रहा। सो दिस इज व्हाट योर आंसर विल लुक लाइक। सो देयर इज अ वेबसाइट बाय द नेम quillbot.com, गाइस प्लीज नोट इट डाउन। quillbot.com एक वेबसाइट है विच हैज अ वेरी सिमिलर इंटरफेस टू योर एग्जाम। हाँ, राइट गौरव, ये इधर उधर की डकैतियां कम करो यार प्लीज। ठीक है, अभी ये सीरियस वाला स्टेज है, दिस इज नॉट समथिंग के सब यहाँ पे मस्ती मजाक के मूड में नहीं है ना, तो प्लीज यू कैन डू दैट विद मी, बट एवरी वन इज हियर फॉर सम फॉर समथिंग एल्स, राइट। यू कैन यूज कंट्रोल एंड एरो कीज, यस, नेविगेट आप वैसे कर सकते हो। नहीं 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 नहीं, नो 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 देव, यू कांट डू दैट, यू कांट यूज कंट्रोल प्लस एरो कीज टू नेविगेट थ्रू क्विकर, दिस विल नॉट हैपन। एनी शॉर्टकट इज नॉट अलाउड इन द एग्जाम। वर्ड काउंटर वेबसाइट, तो उसमें वर्ड काउंटर भी है तुषार, quillbot.com में वर्ड काउंटर भी है, और आपका वो भी है, आपका वो क्या बोलते हैं, ये डायलॉग बॉक्स भी बिल्कुल ऐसा ही है। सो quillbot.com, यस गौरव। स्पेलिंग देख लो, QUILI या डबल एल, आई एम नॉट श्योर, मैं भूल रहा हूँ, बट आई थिंक QUILE है, राइट। सो quillbot.com, that's the website, so you can use it for your is there any subscription? हाँ, सब्सक्रिप्शन मैं देता हूँ मनीषा, मैं अभी बताता हूँ, मेरा मेरा लॉगिन आईडी बता भेज रहा हूँ मैं आपको, वो यूज कर लेना आप। क्या बात कर रहे हैं, फ्री में है यार, कम ऑन। आपको वैसे प्रो वर्जन चाहिए तो आप पैसे लगा लो, बट आई थिंक फ्री इज इनफ। अब यू यूज्ड इट सुपर्णा, तो इट्स अ गुड वेबसाइट, राइट। सो यू यूज इट फॉर फॉर योर आंसर राइटिंग एज वेल। Okay, that will really help you to build up your matlab, that to simulate your exam in during the paper. Okay, chali guys, let's come back to the point. So guys, in essay writing, the biggest challenge is to to learn articulation skills, right. I will teach you articulation skills, but interface, this we have to strictly follow from today onwards. Whenever you are writing your answers, be it not just for English, Shreya, even for ESI and ARD, for those answers as well, when you are writing your answers, use quillbot.com, because in your ESI and ARD answers as well, you will have a dialog box for your answer. सर ने बताया ये आपको? Has the teacher informed you? Okay, even in ESI and even in ESI and your ARD answers, you will have a dialog box, and for that you have that website. So use it to simulate your interface. Now, articulation we are going to learn during these lectures. Okay, so for essay writing, these two are the key areas to practice, to focus. Second, précis writing. Précis writing is all about your drafting skills, guys. How well you can take out the core points of a passage and present them in a coherent, in an organic, and in a proportionate way within the specific word limit. So if the word limit is 150, you have to complete your précis between 140 to 150. You can't exceed it, you can't write below it. That is the challenge there. And to observe proportion, that means every point should be discussed equally, right? So that is the perspective in précis. So we'll learn how to create a précis. And then reading comprehension is not asked in your exam. Now for letter writing, your articulation and your practice is required. Now, articulation is, now the more templates you read for letter, the better your outcome is going to be. Exact 150, not exact 150, Gaurav, but 140 to 150. You can't target 150 like 150. That's not possible, right? So, but you have to finish it between 140 to 150, Gaurav. Letter writing is all about practice and articulation, guys. How many templates you remember, how many scenarios you have practiced, and how realistic you are with your letter. So, if they ask you, man, to write a letter to the local newspaper, highlighting the problem of waterlogging and diseases because of that waterlogging in your area, right? So if you know the scenario, if you know the, if you have read a letter like that, how do you address a local a local editor from a newspaper? How do you open that letter? Then how to highlight the problem? So the more examples you read, the better it would be the outcome. Yes, guys, and one more thing. These days, in this year, I've the word limit is predefined in the dialog box. For example, in essay, if they've mentioned 500 to 520, you will not be allowed to write more than 520 words. That is the last, that is the extreme. For similarly for précis, if the word limit is 150, you will not be allowed to write 150 words. So how it works? So when you start writing, the word limit starts from the from the end. So from 150, 149, 148, 147. So it will keep telling you how many words are left. Got the point, guys? So nowadays, the word limit is not open-ended. You can't just keep on writing as much as you want. The word limits are restricted now. So in essay, the maximum word limit would be 520. So your essay will start like this. So once you start writing 519, 518, 517, 500, 450, 300. So it will start from the end and it will reverse. From it will tell you how many words are left. स्पेस को भी वर्ड काउंट में इंक्लूड करते हैं वो लोग, नहीं नहीं गौरव यार, स्पेस को नहीं काउंट करते, प्लीज कम ऑन। कहते फिर तो 250 वर्ड में पूरा हो जाएगा हमारा पेपर। नहीं 250 क्या, 200 वर्ड में अगर स्पेस भी काउंट होने लग गए तो मैं तो दो दो स्पेस छोड़ के लिख दूंगा वर्ड। नहीं, मेरा ऐसे 10 मिनट में पूरा। जो लिखोगे वो काउंट होता है गौरव, जो स्पेस देते हो वो काउंट नहीं होता। चलिए, एग्जैक्टली तो ये है आपके की एरियाज ऑफ फोकस। आगे बढ़ते हैं गाइस, ये मैंने आपको इंटरफेस दिखा दिया। दिस इज एक्टिंग अप। So I've shown you the interface, typing in the dialog box and everything, right? So I make sure that you practice in this. कैरेक्टर काउंटिंग में होता है स्पेस काउंट, शायद वर्ड काउंट में नहीं। कैरेक्टर काउंटिंग में तो होता ही, वो तो उसमें तो कोई बात ही नहीं। लेकिन मतलब इट इज नॉट एडेड इनटू योर वर्ड लिमिट। Yes, Yogesh, I will provide you probable essay topics. Just give me 15 more minutes. Okay. So guys, please understand. Now I'll give you a brief overview. We will cover this in tomorrow's lecture. So guys who are watching this session on YouTube, this was the only lecture which was available to you as a demo lecture for our classes. Tomorrow, the lecture will not be aired on YouTube. So tomorrow onwards, the lectures will be in our courses itself. So फिर तो आप कोर्स बेच रहे हो, मतलब you are selling the course. That's our livelihood, guys. That's our bread and butter. So I will not, I'm not forcing you to buy it, but I'm just giving you a demo that if you like what we are doing here, if you like the perspective, if you like the way we conduct the classes, you are more than welcome to join us. If not, you are more than welcome to prepare on your own as well. Okay, so there's no restriction. But what I'm telling you is from tomorrow onwards, the classes will not be aired on YouTube. They will only be conducted on the platform itself. Okay. चले गए तो what is an essay? So students who were asking me, sir, can we write bullet points or titles in an essay? Title, subtitle. Disha, I think that was your question. Please listen to this. An essay is basically a short piece of writing that sheds light on any given topic, which is given to you in your exam. Now, M.H. Abrams, the American literary critic, notes that the essay is any short composition in prose. In prose का मतलब समझते हो? What does in prose means? In paragraphs. So prose are paragraphs. So essays are only written in paragraphs, guys. Remember that. So any short composition in prose that undertakes to discuss a matter, express a point of view, or persuade us to accept a thesis on any subject. That is what essay is. Essay is a comprehensive analysis of a given topic while taking a particular view or stand on it. It takes into account various aspects of the topic along with its critical appraisal. That's what essay writing is. So you have to take into account various aspects of the topic. Getting now, guys? You have to discuss different angles. You have to discuss the topic from different angles, from different tangents, from different verticals, different aspects. So what is essay writing? Essay writing, if you ask me in very simple words. See, guys, there is no such thing as right essay or wrong essay. Please understand this. There is no such thing as right essay or wrong essay. There is only good essays and bad essays. ठीक है? अब मैं क्या मतलब क्या है, देखो जो भी लिख रहा है लिखने के मार्क्स तो आपको मिलेंगे. अब पॉइंट ये है कि सर क्या वो गलत है, क्या वो ठीक है. गलतियां होंगी, योर मार्क्स विल ओनली बी डिडक्टेड फॉर योर मिस्टेक्स. Any mistake that you make, be it a grammatical mistake, be it a punctuation error, be it a spelling error, be it a typo, be it if you miss a word, anything. So marks will only be deducted for mistakes, but you will score marks on the basis of whatever you write. So there is no such thing as right essay or wrong essay. Even you can write a good essay, Avnish, and similarly, Soparna can also write a very good essay at the same point of time. You might write different essays, and they both can be very good. Depends on how you present it, how you articulate it, and how you how you discuss the thesis, how you use the the important necessities of the essay, how you present them in your language. That is what will fetch you the marks. So there is no such thing as right essay or wrong essay or perfect essay. It's only good essays and bad essays. And what we have to strive to do is to write good essays in the exam. And I've told you, it's not about fancy English or verbose English or, something. You don't have to be Shakespeare out there. Simple English, but informative language, well curated, well presented, with minimal mistakes, will fetch you the maximum marks possible. Thumbs up, guys, if you understand if you understood the context here. So essay is not about making it bright and shiny and fancy, it is about putting content in your answer, making it heavy with the content that you have prepared for. So even if I write very good English, but if there is poor content in my essay will fetch poor marks. But even if I write simple English, but my essay has good content, good weightage, good insightful information in my essay, it will fetch the best marks possible. Got it? So that is what essay writing entails. So guys, let me give you, a brief understanding of how to create an essay. The essays asked in your exam generally cover topics from agri economy, rural sector, socio-economic sector to political तो नहीं है, टू इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन. अब इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन इसमें भी नहीं, ये भी इसमें भी नहीं आता. आरबीआई में आता है लेकिन इसमें नहीं आता. तो इसमें आपका एग्रीकल्चर रिलेटेड, ईएसआई रिलेटेड, सोशो इकोनॉमिक फैक्टर्स, एजुकेशन, हेल्थ केयर, क्लाइमेट चेंज, साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, करंट अफेयर्स. So these are the verticals that are asked in NABARD exam. Now it requires one to have some idea on the topics. See guys, this is what is needed. It requires one to have some idea on the topics. Unless you know the topic, you'll not be able to execute it, as well as a few writing tricks up your sleeves to write a good essay. So you need to have good templates. Like, remember I told you the template I followed when I was a kid. Education is the most valuable consumption. Remember, Shah? So the same, we are talking about the same writing tricks, right? So prepare for these opening statements and closing statements before the exam. You can't sit there and think of phrases like to to unleash the animal spirits of the Indian economy, or for the burgeoning impact of AI on the job, on the job creation in the future. Exactly, Tushar. Absolutely, well said. So when you're writing something, your aim should be to write good English, but with no mistakes at all. Or I should say decent English, but with no mistakes at all. And your answer should be as informative as it can be. Got it? So you need to have some good writing tricks up your sleeve. So to unleash the animal spirits of the Indian economy, to to walk the thin rope, there is a silver lining to the cloud, beyond the horizon. Where do you find such phrases, Soparna? Is there any book? Is there any list? There isn't, but I will provide you these. I will provide it to you tomorrow. In tomorrow's lecture, I will provide you very good opening statements, very good closing statements. But before getting there, you need to understand that is the secondary part. Primary part is to prepare for the topic. So guys, we have provided you fodder material in your course. Start going through that fodder material. Now, in the fodder material, we have given you factual information on every potential topic that we could think of. So potential topic means tentative topic for this year, and we have provided you recently updated background information. So what you have to do is, guys, apne, in your PC, in your laptop, create a folder for descriptive English today. Then create separate folders for different verticals, like one education, one healthcare, one climate change, global warming, one ARD, one ESI, like this. And whenever you come across a factual information, open that folder, make a Word document there, copy and paste that factual information in that file and save it. And on every Sunday, you know, as many data points or as much factual information as you collected during the week has to be revised during Sunday. Otherwise, you will not be able to retain it. So Monday to Saturday, आपने prepare करना है. From Monday to Saturday, you prepare for those factual points, for those data points, for those statistics, and on Sunday you revise all those factual information, all that information, all those statistics, all those data points to present that, so that you can retain them for the longer period of time. Getting it, Avnish? समझ आ रहा है कि उस fodder material से और AI को भी यूज करो guys, पता है AI is your next best friend right now. Please understand this. आपको कोई भी टॉपिक पे ऐसे बनना है, श्रेया क्या किया हमने, चैट जीपीटी खोला, उसको टॉपिक डाला, वो 10 सेकंड में आपको ऐसे बना के दे देगा. राइट? तो आपने क्या किया, आपने एक टॉपिक लिया, उसको रिसर्च किया, उसके बारे में बैकग्राउंड इन्फॉर्मेशन ढूंढी, ठीक है, उसको प्रिपेयर किया, अपने कैसे लिख के देखा, फिर एआई को मैं उसको पेस्ट कर दिया, उसको बोला इसको इवेलुएट करके एसेस करके मुझे बताओ कितना स्कोर मिलेगा 40 में से, क्या गलतियां हैं इसमें से, क्या इंप्रूव कर सकते थे, और फिर उसको बोलो एआई को कि राइट अ 500 वर्ड ऐसे ऑन द सेम टाइटल, ऑन द सेम टॉपिक यूजिंग रीसेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन एंड डेटा पॉइंट्स. वो अपना ऐसे लिख के दिखाएगा, दोनों को कंपेयर करो और फिर देखो व्हाट यू कुड हैव डन बेटर. समझ आ रहा है एक्सरसाइज क्या करनी है अब हमें? So this is what you need to do for preparing your when you are preparing on your own. Got it? Now, the point is know something about everything. See, guys, this is what I was talking about. To be jack of all trades. See, you should know something about everything. And how to know something about everything? I told you first prepare basic information about broad verticals. Remember the example of niche जो मैंने दिया था कि वो जो फैक्ट, वो जो इंफॉर्मेशन है, वो जो पॉइंट है कि 66% of the Indian population is directly or indirectly dependent on agriculture sector, but the contribution of agriculture sector to the GDP is only around 17 to 18%, right? अब ये पॉइंट मैंने आपको बताया था, दिस फैक्ट कैन बी यूज्ड इन एनी एसे आउट देयर, any essay related to rural sector, any essay related to agriculture sector, any essay related to economy. Am I right, Subarna? So collect these broad facts first. Analyze and research about these broad facts. Like for example, education sector. What is the literacy rate of India, Shreya? Which state has the highest literacy rate? Which state has the lowest literacy rate? No, I'm not asking. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you to prepare for these points so that if there is an essay related to education sector, at least you have some data points in your hand, right? To at least begin with, right? So at least collect background information on all these verticals that we have discussed today. So know something about everything. The topics that are usually asked require some thinking on your part. It requires you to know something, at least a slight knowledge about the topics asked. For only if you have a base, only then you can construct an apartment. That's the truth. Guys, अगर आपकी फाउंडेशन ही स्ट्रांग नहीं है, अगर आपको पता ही नहीं है मयंक फॉरेक्स रिजर्व्स के बारे में कुछ भी आइडिया नहीं है, आप लिख पाओगे 500 वर्ड का ऐसे? वोंट बी पॉसिबल, राइट? सो पहले बेस तो होना जरूरी है ना, तो बेस होगा तभी हम उसके ऊपर बिल्डिंग खड़ी कर पाएंगे, राइट? सो दैट बेस हैज टू बी has to be done, और वो होगा आपके that has to be done with the help of your fodder material. So start going through the fodder material regularly. Daily cover at least 2 or 3 topics from your fodder material, at least 2 to 3 topics from your fodder material. And what I mean by complete, read them, collect facts, collect data, statistics, reports, schemes pertaining to ARD and ESI topics, and burning topics in news. Right? And how to gather info? You can do so only by keeping yourself updated with the recent happenings in your surroundings. So read newspapers and magazines. In the newspapers, try to read and understand the editorials. The editorials give you not only the information, but also the analysis and the presentation skills. That is why reading habit is very, very important. So the more essays you read, the better your outcome will be. Somebody is asking, Aditya is asking 35 words per minute is enough. That is much more than enough, Aditya. If you have 35 words per minute, so I think what, 10 minutes, 20. So you can complete the paper in 25 minutes out of 90 minutes. Because we discussed how much do you have to write, Aditya? 500, 550 word for essay, 150 word for précis, 150 word for letter. So total 850 words. So if you are writing or if you are typing 35 words per minute, you can complete the paper in 25 minutes. Right. So typing speed is not your concern. Your concern is, how well prepared you are. So speed does not matter here. What matters is what you write, not how, not how quickly you write it. What would matter is how well presented your answers are. That is what will fetch you the most marks. So guys, we will cover everything. What you need to do before the exam, guys. Find out and read up as much information as possible about the relevant or tentative topics of the exam, which I'm going to give you after this. Learn and memorize the material or the data points with the exam format in mind from relevant sources. Review the notes or material every Sunday, frequently, or in this case, every Sunday, to maintain a good grasp of the content. Think and make notes about themes, ideas, and patterns that reoccur throughout your preparation. This is I'm talking about ARD and ESI, Shreya. जो भी themes और जो भी आपकी themes, pattern या topics जो भी आपके overlapping है with English, right? They should be they should be prepared for very well, and practice your critical and drafting skills as you review your answers. So ये हम discuss करेंगे कल वाले lecture में detail में कैसे हमें construct करना है. And I've given you guys I've given you insightful knowledge about what your essay looks like. See guys, usually what we have been told is the basic structure. Suparna, since we were kids, remember IBC, introduction, body and conclusion, right? But now I'm going to give you a better structure from there on. So this was the basic structure that we have been told: introduction, body, conclusion. Now what structure we follow now in this exam is ISEP CC structure. Just give me a second. ISEP CC structure. What is ISEP CC structure? Or ISEP CSC structure. Okay, so I'll explain. Okay, how many paragraphs can you make? See, although you can make as many as you want, AJ, right? But what is the ideal number of paragraphs that you should make? I think 7 to 8 paragraphs are enough to write a 500 word essay. And 7 to 8 paragraphs, which means 3 to 4 sentences in every paragraph, discussing different angles, different tangents. So the first paragraph is always the introductory paragraph where you give the background of the topic. Then S stands for social angle. Now, what I mean by social angle, how this particular issue or this particular topic impacts the society in general. And not by society, by people of the country, right? So that's the social angle. Then E stands for the economic angle, how this issue impacts the economy of the country. Okay. The next P is the political angle. And what I mean, I don't mean political as in BJP or Congress. What I mean by is what steps and measures have been taken by the political leader, the political player of the day, right? What schemes have been launched by this government regarding this? Pradhan Mantri Kisan Vikas Yojana, Unnati Yojana, um, Bal Vikas, Krishi Vikas Yojana, Jal Shakti Mission. There are so many schemes that you need to remember here, right? So political angle is the schemes launched by the government. Then C stands for your challenges. What challenges exist for this particular topic? Then S stands for viable solutions to those challenges. What could be the viable solutions to those challenges? And last C stands for your conclusion. And what do I mean by conclusion? You sum up the whole essay and you give a way forward, that what needs to be done regarding this, and what should be done for this, or what could be the consequences if if steps and measures are not taken regarding this. So way forward is about the future. So guys, this structure basically highlights everything in the timeline of your construction. But what do I mean by timeline? See, in the introduction paragraph, you started with the background. So background covers the past, right? What has happened in the last 75 years or last 20 years, last couple of decades. Then majority of the portion talks about the present, right? What is happening right now, how it impacts the society. And then the last part, conclusion, is the future part here, that what needs to be done for the future, what steps should be taken in the future. This is how you encompass the whole essay from different tangents, from different angles, from highlighting different aspects of the topic and covering the complete timeline of the topic. Got it, Disha? I think this was your question, sir. How can we have a specific structure to it? Yes, guys, any topic that you can think of. Yes, pestle approach. Pestle is useful in your UPSC exam, तुषार. यूपीएससी में पेस्टल काम आ जाती है, यहाँ पे नहीं, यहाँ पे आपको थोड़ा सा और स्पेसिफिक होना पड़ता है. रीजन बीइंग देयर इज स्पेसिफिक वर्ड लिमिट गिवन टू यू, सो यू कांट जस्ट go haywire wherever you feel like exploring the topic. You can explore the topic, you can't do that. You have to be restricted, and you have to be clear that how many paragraphs are you going to make, how many sentences for every paragraph are you going to write, and what is the information and what are the bullet points that you are going to discuss in those paragraphs. Okay. Yes, Avnish, you will be provided a rough sheet in the exam, and you can write your rough points, bullet points in that. Ecological angle, yes, if needed, yes, why not, Avnish? See, I'm not saying this is a hard and fast structure. You can obviously, edit it according to the topic. For example, if there is no government scheme eligible here, right? Let's say there is a topic where there is no government scheme is eligible. So use this paragraph, change it by, and put forward the ecological angle there, Avnish. Right? वो हल्की सी जो modification है, that is absolutely perfect. That is absolutely right. But this is the broad structure of what your essay should follow. Right? This touches everything. So any topic that you can think of, AJ, Avantika, Mayank, just think of any topic. Can you execute that essay? For example, what we were doing. What was the topic that we read? Yes, fishing, pisciculture, no, like aquaponics with agriculture, right? That is the topic we read. So, introduction. Can we start with the background that how they both these fields have been kept separate up till today? But merging them together, it can create a powerhouse for the farmers in the country, and it can also improve their livelihoods at the same point of time. I would start like this: punchy information. Then the social angle, how there are they are divided into societies. The agriculture farmers do not delve into usually do not focus into fish culture or fish farming, and vice versa is also true. But if we put them together, it can create a new vertical of farmers which can earn more and get better out of it. Then how it can impact the economy, if you know the numbers that agriculture sector supplies this percentage of the GDP. If pisciculture in this also works, it can it can become $1 trillion or $1 billion economy by in next 5 years, and so and so, right? Then what steps and measures have been taken by the government in this regard? Right, the Sanpada Yojana, loan and Mudra Yojana and whatnot. Then what are the challenges? Over dependence on monsoon, poor agriculture facilities, poor financial facilities, poor exposure to such poor exposure or poor learning towards this, poor education skill. Then what are the solutions to those awareness programs? Then help, how NABARD can help in this, right? Creating zonal level uh, zonal level let's say stages where NABARD can help the farmers to impart how they can mix fish culture with agriculture, like this solution, right? Novel solution, and then you give a conclusion. So every essay can be brought down and can be presented in a simple way like this. But we are going to break it down for further tomorrow. Okay. राइट, ब्लू रेवोल्यूशन एवं तक मुझे पता नहीं है, खैर मैंने नहीं पढ़ा ये आरडी अभी, ठीक है, बट यस दैट्स ट्रू, मैंने सुना है इसके बारे में. यस, कंक्लूजन शुड ऑलवेज बी फ्यूचर एंड सॉल्यूशन फ्यूचर के लिए ही होगा ना तुषार. अगर अभी वो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है तो सॉल्यूशन देखो, अगर अभी प्रॉब्लम है सॉल्यूशन फ्यूचर का ही होगा वो, राइट? अगर उसका सॉल्यूशन अभी हो जाता तो फिर वो प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं होती. सो सॉल्यूशन, आउटकम, कॉन्सिक्वेंस, इम्पैक्ट, वे फॉरवर्ड, ये सारा कंक्लूजन में ही आता है. Yeah, it will depend on the nature of the topic, definitely. If we are talking about, let's say, the challenges of unemployment, right? So the outcome would be what facilities should be provided, what upskilling is needed for the future, right? And if we are writing on something positive, then the angle is tangent is something else. So yes, it depends on the topic. So it can be different, but yes, it should always talk about what should be done further. So further part is the highlight here, Tushar. Got it? So guys, we will discuss all these, I've given so much of this, you can read about it. Evaluation criteria. Your evaluation criteria is basically articulation, drafting skills, language vocabulary. So we'll do that, all that tomorrow. 5 mistakes not to make. I'll also show that to you tomorrow. The word limit is 500 to 550 words. Weightage is 40 marks. So what should be ideal time allocation to essay? 30 to 35 minutes. First 2 minutes to make a rough draft, then 30 minutes to articulate your essay, and then 2 minutes to proofread it. So we'll discuss all that, what content needed, assumption versus notion versus opinion versus logic. So we'll discuss all that, guys. But now I want to wrap it up here. Today I want to complete it here because we are going to go deeper tomorrow in this topic. Okay, essay writing. Chale guys, but before I leave, want to share with you tentative topics as I promised you at the beginning of the lecture. So guys, I have divided these topics into different verticals. Like first vertical is agriculture, climate and sustainability. Second vertical is rural finance, credit, architecture and inclusion. Third vertical is institutions, governance and policy implementation. Fourth is rural labor, migration and demographics. And next is technology, digitalization, structural transformation. And last, macroeconomy, policy, and global linkages. So these are the verticals that I have separated these topics into. So let's understand what could be the tentative topics for this year. Number one, reimagining agricultural growth in India from input intensive models to climate resilient value change. Good topic. Next, climate change has transformed Indian agriculture from a production challenge into a risk management problem. Discuss. Balancing ecological sustainability and food security, India's agricultural policy dilemma. Now, should we focus on ecological sustainability or should we focus on food security? Another question, why India does not allow GM crops in the country? Right, Avnish? उसका आंसर पता है हमें? इसी के पीछे की रीजन है। गाइस, और पता है ये सब मुझे कहाँ से पता चला है? लकीली अवंतिका, when I ask students to write essays on these topics, they share their essays with me, and when I read those essays, I become knowledgeable. So I find it very useful for my improvement as a human being. I also need to know such things. Na, I'm also a citizen of this country, and I tend to be a responsible one at that. So you also need to strive to do that. The more essays you are going to read, the better your perspective is going to be. The more you are going to learn. So I didn't know about Sagarmala, Bharatmala, or Blue Revolution, or White Revolution, or Green Revolution. I'm just a teacher of English. I'm not supposed to know all that. But since I've been teaching RBI, NABARD, SEBI, I get to see such essays, and I get to read such essays, and I become more knowledgeable. So that is why I'm very happy. So that is my my consumption of what is going on around us. चलिए, तो balancing ecological sustainability and food security, India's agricultural policy dilemma. Natural resources degradation as a structural constraint to rural growth in India. Guys, this is a cyclical problem. इसको हम बोलते हैं ना vicious circle of poverty. सुना है इसके बारे में आपने, अजय? देखो, क्योंकि किसान गरीब है, उसके पास गैस अफोर्ड करने के, सिलेंडर अफोर्ड करने के पैसे नहीं है, वो क्या करता है? लकड़ियां जलाता है, कोयला जलाता है, राइट? उसी से क्लाइमेट ग्लोबल वार्मिंग होती है, क्लाइमेट चेंज होता है। उसी से आपकी फिर क्या होती है? ड्रॉट आते हैं, फ्लड आती हैं। उसी से उसका सबसे ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट किस पे होता है? ड्रॉट और फ्लड का फार्मर्स पे। उससे वो और गरीब हो जाते हैं, और जितने वो गरीब हो जाते हैं उतने फिर वो नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज को और कंज्यूम करते हैं। समझ आ रहा है? विशेष सर्कल ऑफ पॉवर्टी। कॉज इज द अफेक्ट एंड अफेक्ट इज द कॉज। अगर ये चीज समझ आ रही है, यू कैन एग्जीक्यूट वन कंप्लीट एसे ऑन दिस। ठीक है, बस आपको अब आर्टिकुलेशन सीखनी है। यहाँ पे कंटेंट आप बहुत टाइम से कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं, इट्स अ गुड थिंग, बट नाउ यू नीड टू स्टार्ट एक्सप्रेसिंग योरसेल्फ। तो गाइज, एक ऐसे लिखना चाहोगे आज मैं होमवर्क के लिए दूं अपनी शेख, या कल ट्राई करना है? व्हाट डू यू से? आज एक टॉपिक मैं चाहता हूँ यार, आप ट्राई करके देखो। गलत लिखो, सही लिखो, छोड़ दो यार, डजेंट मैटर। नोबडी इज जजिंग हियर। आप एटलीस्ट एक बार हाथ खोलने की वो तो मिलेगी, एक ऑप्शन तो मिलेगा ना, राइट? टुडे, very good, guys. Keep it up. So I'm going to give you a homework today. Homework topic. All of you will have to write an essay on this. Not compulsory के 500 का ही लिखना, but good अगर आप if you can touch 500. But जितना भी आप लिख पाओ, I would be very happy to read that essay. कल हम डिस्कस करेंगे, क्लास में मैं सबके essays पढ़ूंगा यहाँ पे। आप चैट बॉक्स में पेस्ट करोगे और मैं यहीं पे लाइव इन द क्लास I'll read out your essays and I'll tell you कि what can be done better in this. Protectionist policy adopted by GUI while signing free trade agreement. नहीं नहीं अवनीश, इतना नहीं। बस इतना इतना ब्रॉड हो सकता है अवनीश। देखो, पता है क्या होता है अवनीश? वो टॉपिक्स ऐसे डिसाइड करते हैं कि इस एग्जाम में वो स्टूडेंट्स भी अपीयर हो रहे हैं जो नॉन एग्रीकल्चर बैकग्राउंड से हैं। समझ लो मेरा पॉइंट आप, कि जिसने एग्रीकल्चर नहीं भी पढ़ा हुआ वो भी आ रहा है यहाँ पे, तो वो उसको ऐसा टॉपिक नहीं देगा वो, कि जो सिर्फ उस बच्चे को पता हो जो एग्रीकल्चर से रिलेटेड है या जिससे वो ऐसे टॉपिक देगा जो पैन इंडिया, मतलब जो हर स्ट्रीम के बच्चे को मालूम होने चाहिए, विच इज एप्लीकेबल टू एवरी वन। गेटिंग माई पॉइंट ऑफ। हाँ, एक टॉपिक जरूर हो जाएगा जो स्पेसिफिकली एआरडी पे हो जाए, एक टॉपिक हो जाएगा जो ईएसआई पे हो जाए, एक टॉपिक हो जाएगा जो करंट अफेयर्स पे हो जाए, और एक टॉपिक हो जाएगा जो स्टैटिक हो जाएगा। राइट, सो यू विल हैव चॉइसेस। राइट, तो मतलब अगर कोई नॉन एग्रीकल्चर बैकग्राउंड का है, हाँ, लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड बनाने के लिए। राइट, एग्जैक्टली। सो लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड बनाने के लिए, तो अगर आपके पास एग्रीकल्चर वाला नहीं आया तो आप ईएसआई वाला कर लो, ईएसआई वाला नहीं आ रहा तो आप करंट अफेयर्स वाला कर लो, और करंट अफेयर्स वाला भी नहीं आ रहा तो स्टैटिक कर लो, कोई तो कर लो। मतलब दैट इज द पर्सपेक्टिव देयर। राइट, तो उसमें ऐसे कुछ नहीं होता कि सर ऐसा आ सकता है वैसा आ सकता है। वो ब्रॉड टॉपिक देता है, कोई ऐसा नहीं पूछेगा जो थोड़े टेक्निकल सा होता है। राइट, चलिए। वाटर स्ट्रेस, क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न्स एंड पॉलिसी इनर्शिया, अ थ्रेट टू इंडियाज एग्रेरियन स्टेबिलिटी, वेरी गुड टॉपिक। कैन मार्केट लेड एग्रीकल्चरल रिफॉर्म्स डिलीवर इनकम सिक्योरिटी विदाउट कॉम्प्रोमाइजिंग स्मॉल फार्मर्स इंटरेस्ट? मार्केट लेड एग्रीकल्चरल रिफॉर्म्स, ये वही वाली बात हो रही है जो 3 फार्म लॉज थे ना, जो रिपील हो गए थे बाद में। कहीं ना कहीं उसी को वो बोल रहा है कि यार अगर ऐसा होता, ओपन मार्केट होती, वुडंट डू यू थिंक इट वुड बी बेटर? यस गाइस, आप एग्रीकल्चर के स्टूडेंट्स हो तो व्हाट डू यू से गाइस, आप सबने से वो 3 फार्म लॉज पढ़े होंगे ना? राइट, आपको क्या लगता है, सिंपल इन वर्ड्स, वर दे गुड और बैड? बस गुड और बैड में बताना है और कुछ नहीं बताना बस आपने। रिपील हो गए वो अलग चीज है, बट प्रैक्टिकली लुकिंग एट देम, वर दे गुड और वर दे बैड फॉर द कंट्री? उनमें बहुत प्रोटेस्ट हुए, फार्मर्स इनकम, क्या आप पूरे कॉन्टेक्स्ट को जानते हो, क्यों प्रोटेस्ट हो रहा था, क्यों वो हो रहा था? राइट गोपाल, वेरी गुड। अच्छा, नहीं नहीं, अच्छा इसलिए पढ़े ही नहीं कि रिपील हो गए तो अब छोड़ो उसको, वो तो क्या ही करना है। बट एटलीस्ट पता तो हो, कल को पॉलिसी मेकिंग का भी तो हिस्सा बनोगे आप, एस्पिरेंट। सिर्फ नाबार्ड में जाके वहां पे टेबल पे दोनों पैर रख के सिर्फ फाइलों पे साइन थोड़ी करना है, कल को पॉलिसी मेकिंग भी करनी पड़ेगी आपको वहां पे भाई, उसका भी एक पार्ट बनोगे, तो उसके लिए आपको, डोंट यू थिंक दैट इट वुड बी नेसेसरी टू नो दिस? दे वुड एक्सप्लॉइट फार्मर्स, ओके। नॉट ऑल फार्मर्स। अभी देखो ये डिबेटेबल टॉपिक आ गया ना। एग्जैक्टली, द मिक्सचर ऑफ सेंट्रलाइज एंड डिसेंट्रलाइज पॉलिसीज, एग्जैक्टली दैट इज व्हाट आई वाज लुकिंग फॉर मयंक। सी दिस इज द राइट आंसर, नॉट गुड नॉट बैड सर। ठीक है, वो दोनों तरफ होना चाहिए उसका। गुड इन लॉन्ग टर्म, बैड इन शॉर्ट टर्म, वेरी गुड दीपांशी, गुड इनसाइट, आई विल रीड इट राइट नाउ। गुड एस्पिरेंट, सी मेरे उस फॉर्मूला को याद रखो गाइस। मैं बस ये कहता हूँ, देखो हम सब एस्पायर तो करते हैं, हम सब डिजायर तो करते हैं हमें जॉब मिले, गवर्नमेंट जॉब मिले। नेक्स्ट वी नो वी लुक एट द नेक्स्ट 30-35 ईयर्स ऑफ आर लाइफ, कितना स्मूथ सेलिंग हो, स्मूथ सेलिंग हो जाएंगे वो, कितने अच्छे हो जाएंगे। लेकिन हम ये नहीं सोचते उसके लिए हमें मेहनत कितनी करनी है। वी हैव टू बी डिजर्विंग टू गेट देयर। ठीक है, क्या आपको बिना मेहनत के नौकरी मिल जानी चाहिए तुषार? यस मयंक, डू यू थिंक कि आपको बिना, आप डिजर्विंग नहीं हो लेकिन भगवान आपको नौकरी दिला दे बस? डू यू थिंक दैट वुड सिट वेल विद द कंट्री? और सिर्फ आपके लिए नहीं, आप हम फिर वो सेल्फिश नेचर है कि आप देश में जहाँ इतनी प्रॉब्लम है, आप खुद ही देख रहे हो 66% पॉपुलेशन आज भी 2025 में भी एग्रीकल्चर पे डिपेंडेंट है। मतलब 140 करोड़ में से कितने हो गए, 80 करोड़ पीपल आर स्टिल डिपेंडेंट ऑन एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर, सोचो। और उस पर काम नहीं करोगे, उसमें अगर कोई ऐसा इंसान मैनेजर बन के बैठ गया या हायर पोजीशन पे चला गया जिसको कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता कंट्री की ग्रोथ से, सोचो क्या होगा फ्यूचर का हमारे। इसलिए मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ अपने आप को एक डिजर्विंग कैंडिडेट बनाओ, आपको जॉब हमेशा मिलेगी। लेकिन हम हमेशा फोकस करते हैं डिजायर पे, डिजर्विंग पे जो फोकस करने लग गया ना गाइस, वो हमेशा जॉब लेके निकलेगा। एंड एंड आई एम सेइंग दिस विद वेरी कॉन्शियस हार्ट एंड विद द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ लास्ट 15 ईयर्स इन दिस इंडस्ट्री। मैं पिछले 15 सालों से यहाँ पढ़ा रहा हूँ कॉम्पिटेटिव इंडस्ट्री में, 2010 में शुरू किया था मैंने। आप कौन सी क्लास में थे अपने आप से पूछ लेना एक बार उस टाइम पे। राइट, उस टाइम पढ़ाना शुरू किया था मैंने, और मैं 15 साल हो गए पढ़ाते हुए। मुझसे बच्चे पूछ रहे हैं सर एक चीज बता दो कि किस बेसिस पे हमें गवर्नमेंट जॉब लगती है? आप तो इतने साल हो गए, इतने लाखों बच्चे पढ़ाए होंगे आपने। यस, और मेरा निचोड़ यही है कि जो अपने आप को डिजर्विंग बनाने पे फोकस करता है ना, जो बच्चा जो सोचता है कि यार मैं डिजर्विंग बनना है मुझे, आई नीड टू बी डिजर्विंग इन दैट चेयर, जो कुर्सी पे जब मैं बैठूं ना, तो वो फील होना चाहिए कि यार आई एम एबल टू एग्जीक्यूट व्हाट इज एक्सपेक्टेड ऑफ मी। ये नहीं कि मैं वहां तुक्के से आया हूँ, या किसी की अप्रोच से आया हूँ, या चलो अप्रोच आजकल तो चलती नहीं है इनमें तो, या किसी की सिफारिश से आया हूँ। नहीं, नाउ वी नीड पीपल हु कैन टेक दिस कंट्री फॉरवर्ड, राइट? और उसके लिए डिजर्विंग बनने पे फोकस करो। द डे यू बिकम डिजर्विंग, नोबडी विल स्टॉप यू, यू विल गो आउट देयर एंड गेट योर जॉब। याद रखना, ठीक है? एग्जैक्टली तुषार, सर्विसमैन बनना है। एग्जैक्टली, एंड यू हैव टू सर्व पीपल, यू आर अ सर्व, यू विल बी सर्वेंट ऑफ द पब्लिक, बट यू डोंट फील लाइक अ सर्वेंट। कोई आईएएस, आईएएस को हम क्या बोलते हैं? सर्वेंट बोलते हैं ना पब्लिक का, राइट? क्या बोलते हैं उसको? हिंदी में क्या नाम है? सिविल सर्वेंट को क्या बोला जाता है हिंदी में? लेकिन फील होता है कभी आईएएस के वो, हाँ, नहीं बड़ा बाबू तो चलो वो अपनी बात है, नौकरशाह, लेकिन नौकर टाइप फील तो नहीं करते वो। फील तो उनकी वो, मतलब वो जो लाइफ जी रहे होते हैं वो तो शाही लाइफ जी रहे होते हैं मेरे ख्याल से। नौकर कम, शाही ज्यादा है मेरे ख्याल से, बड़ी से। पहले कर्म से जाने जाएंगे फिर कोर्स से, एग्जैक्टली। प्रशासनिक अधिकारी तो शायद, वेरी गुड। वो हम उनको बोलते थे सिविल सर्वेंट है, लेकिन वो सिविल की ना सिविल रहते और ना सर्वेंट रहते वो किसी भी सेंस में। तो दोनों ही प्रॉब्लम है वहां पर। चलिए, नेक्स्ट, कैन मार्केट लेड एग्रीकल्चरल रिफॉर्म्स डिलीवर इनकम सिक्योरिटी विदाउट कॉम्प्रोमाइजिंग स्मॉल फार्मर्स इंटरेस्ट? राइट, गुड टॉपिक्स ऑन एग्रीकल्चर, क्लाइमेट एंड सस्टेनेबिलिटी, ये हम अलग से भी करेंगे वैसे। Rural finance, credit architecture and inclusion. India's rural credit system, adequate in scale but deficient in quality. Analyze, that's true. Financial inclusion without financial deepening, a critical evaluation of India's rural banking model. From credit expansion to credit effectiveness, rethinking rural lending in India. Digital financial inclusion in rural India, opportunities, exclusions, and regulatory challenges. Microfinancing in India, this is very important. Empowerment tool or debt trap. Assess the role of cooperative banks and RRBs in strengthening last mile financial delivery. Financial literacy as a public good, its role in strengthening rural credit culture. So, this is about finance, credit, and economics. Next, institutions, governance, and policy implementation. Why do well designed rural development schemes fail at the ground level? Good answer. Good question, actually. Decentralized governance and rural development, potential and practical constraints. Institutional capacity, not policy deficit, is the key challenge in rural India. Discuss. The Panchayat Raj system, catalyst or constraint in rural economic transformation. What do you say, guys? Final verdict, catalyst or constraint? The Panchayati Raj system. पढ़ा है सो पढ़ना? नहीं, अब इसका रेलेवेंस भी नहीं है, क्योंकि ये एग्जाम में नहीं पूछा जाएगा ऐसे, ठीक है? क्योंकि यहाँ पे पॉलिटिकल एक वो आ जाता है फिर ना, कि यार ये कब शुरू हुआ था, कौन सी गवर्नमेंट के अंडर आया था, ठीक है गलत है, ये टॉपिक्स वो नहीं डालता कभी भी। राइट, इफ वेल रिस्पॉन्सिबल। चलिए, लीकेजेस, टारगेटिंग एरर्स एंड फिस्कल स्ट्रेस, स्ट्रक्चरल इश्यूज इन रूरल वेलफेयर डिलीवरी। यस, गुड। रूरल लेबर माइग्रेशन एंड डेमोग्राफिक्स, ये है यार मुझे जो अब की बार फील हो रहा है, इस पे टॉपिक कोई आ सकता है। रूरल टू अर्बन माइग्रेशन सिस्टम, सिम्टम्स ऑफ डेवलपमेंट और फेलियर ऑफ रूरल पॉलिसी। Changing nature of rural employment in India from farm based to informal non farm economy. Demographic dividend or liability. Challenges of skilling rural youth in India, and gender dimensions of rural development beyond participation to ownership. Good topic about demographics. Then technology and digitalization. Digitalization alone cannot transform rural India without institutional and infrastructural support. Analyze. Good. Agri-tech innovations in India, bridging productivity gaps or widening inequality. Okay. Data-driven agriculture, opportunities, ethical concerns, and policy challenges. Okay. Role of technology in reducing post-harvest losses, promise versus reality. Good. And macroeconomy pe, global supply chain disruptions and their implications for India's agrarian economy. Now, this is the topic which can be asked, or which can be not maybe global supply chain disruption, but simply discuss India's agrarian economy and what are the challenges and what are the matlab, what are the benefits and challenges of this? Fiscal constraints and rural development. Can India sustain welfare-led growth? And sustainable development goals and rural India alignment, gaps, and way forward. So these are the tentative topics for this year, guys. नहीं आकाश, ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता हमारी वेबसाइट काम नहीं करती मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स? कैसी बातें कर रहे हो आप? एक बार गूगल करो आकाश, अभी रुक जाओ, ठीक है? अभी राइट नाउ वीडियो को मिनिमाइज करके जब अपने गूगल पे जाओ, गूगल पे जाके टाइप करना edutap.in। यस गाइस, यू कैन ट्राई इट राइट नाउ। अभी जाके गूगल पे जाके अपनी, गूगल पे सिर्फ सिंपल गूगल पे ब्राउजर पे जाके सिर्फ टाइप करो edutap.in और एंटर प्रेस करो, देखो आप हमारे 1 सेकंड के अंदर आप हमारी वेबसाइट पे आते हुए नहीं आते। इफ द आंसर इज नो, ठीक है, तो मैं ये तो नहीं बोलूंगा कि क्या करूं, बट ठीक है, मैं हर रोज ट्राई करता हूँ, डेली में हम दिन में मतलब 20 बार हम उसके अंदर वो करते हैं, लॉग इन होते हैं हम। मुझे हमें तो कभी प्रॉब्लम, गाइस आपको कभी वेबसाइट पे प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है क्या? सुपर्णा, ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता आकाश, आप कोई कोई गलत लिंक से आप शायद वो कर रहे हो उसको। विच न्यूज़पेपर, वो मैं अभी बताता हूँ आपको। आजकल हो रहा है, मतलब क्या वेबसाइट क्रैश हो रहा है या आपका जो लॉगिन है वो क्रैश हो रहा है गौरव? हाँ नहीं, वो अब सर्वर अपग्रेडेशन चल रहा था, वो हमने वो हो चुका है अभी। उस टाइम पे तो हमने खुद इन्फॉर्म किया था कि थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम आएगा क्योंकि सर्वर अपग्रेड कर रहे थे, बट नाउ आई थिंक इट शुड वर्क प्रॉपरली। कहाँ प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है विशाल, थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन करोगे मुझे? नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम में तो ये फिर हम उसमें हमारा कोई वो नहीं है यार, उसमें हमारा कोई फिर आप वो अंबानी जी को पकड़िए या फिर अपने वो एयरटेल भारती के ओनर को पकड़िए, उसमें हमारा कोई रोल नहीं है। नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम में तो वी कांट हेल्प इट, बट हाँ अदरवाइज इट्स नॉट प्रॉब्लम। यूर ए सेबी ग्रेड स्टूडेंट आकाश? फिर सेबी नहीं नहीं। ओके योगेश, I'll send suggestion to EduTap for only for descriptive course. ओके योगेश, लेट्स सी कि वैसे सिर्फ अकेले डिस्क्रिप्टिव इंग्लिश का आई एम नॉट श्योर कि है या वो इकोनॉमिकल पड़ेगा, बट इट वुड बी बेटर अगर आप एक कॉम्बो कोर्स ले लो या कंबाइंड कोर्स ले लो, दैट वुड बी इकोनॉमिकल टू यू। हाँ अच्छा योगेश, आई गॉट योर पॉइंट। योगेश एक ना मेल कर दो प्लीज, प्लीज सेंड अ मेल टू अस के दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम फॉर ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम नॉन जनरल बैकग्राउंड, सो please make available descriptive English section for other students or other students who only want to enroll in English section. So please shoot us an email if you've done this. Then I'll probably will follow it up within 24 to 48 hours. You'll get a reply, and if they ask me, I'll definitely suggest them to provide a special course for descriptive English. Got it, Yogesh? You've already mailed, then we will definitely reply to you. Don't worry. You will be you will get a reply. अगर working days में है तो वाले संडे को किया होगा तो आज कल में आ जाएगा. If you've mailed today, then you will get a reply by today, by end of day today or tomorrow morning. Okay, and we'll definitely look into it. Now, guys, what are the sources that you should use for your preparation, guys? First and the foremost, the most beneficial source that you use is your fodder material, right? The first thing that you have to cover in for your exam is your fodder material that is provided to you. We have we have curated and we have we have segregated different papers and we have curated special 60 topics for your NABARD exam itself. So first start with first 30 topics. Once you're done with that, discuss it with me. So should we go for the next 30 or should we do something else? So at least cover the factual information. And there is a it's very easy, Mayank. वहां पे जो भी factual information है, whatever factual information is given, we have marked it in red, right? So that you can see it. So just copy it and Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. You have to just do that, nothing else beyond that. So first source is your fodder material. Second, for your précis writing. Now, for précis writing, you need to have reading habit. So read newspaper editorials for economic and social issues. You can either choose the Hindu or the Economic Times, depending upon the topic. Then use PIB and Live Mint for your online articles, public information broadcasting for your governmental news, government updates, and Live Mint for your for your updates which are happening on day-to-day basis. Then Economic Times or the Business Standard for any financial topic that that you might feel. For example, the GST reforms or any policy changes, you can use them. Now, this is very important. Wikipedia or Google. Use relevant recommended sources only, like Wikipedia. Don't just read any newspaper or any magazine and feel or start collecting facts and data. Make sure that you use you know verifiable sources to do your research. For example, if you are focusing on agricultural research, focus on that. Use AI to research and help you write and assess and rectify your answers. Now, guys, as I told you, artificial intelligence AI softwares are very important for this. Okay, so um, use AI to prepare research, to write, assess and rectify your answers. This is really really helpful. So Quillbot पे जो भी आप practice करो उसको copy किया सो पढ़ना, and then paste it on ChatGPT or paste it on any other cloud AI or Gemini or Perplexity जो भी आप use कर रहे हो, right? Paste it on the AI platform and ask it to assess it, evaluate it, give you the mistakes and score it out of 40 or 30, whichever answer you are writing. So this will give you a lot of confidence. Okay. And guys, one topic for homework today, right? All right. So this is. आई थिंक मैं टेंटेटिव टॉपिक्स में से देता हूँ, एक एक टॉपिक मुझे अच्छा लगा था यार इसमें. हाँ, क्वेश्चन नंबर, ये टॉपिक नंबर 25 गाइस, दिस इज योर होमवर्क फॉर टुडे. एग्री टेक इनोवेशंस इन इंडिया, ब्रिजिंग प्रोडक्टिविटी गैप्स और वाइडनिंग इनइक्वालिटी. चलो ये कॉन्ट्रास्ट करोगे इससे बेटर. जस्ट गिव मी अ सेकंड गाइस, इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग दिस. Yes guys, topic number 23, this is your homework for today. Gender dimensions of rural development beyond participation to ownership. This is basically in simple words. If I want to put it this way, can women participation emancipate the agriculture sector, or you know, or are they a liability to it? So gender dimensions of rural development beyond participation to ownership. Guys, how many schemes have been launched for, especially for women entrepreneurship in India, right Mayank? तो वो सारी स्कीम्स पढ़ लेना पहले, वो सारे स्टेप्स पढ़ लेना, अपना डेटा पॉइंट इकट्ठा कर लेना पहले, उसके बाद ये ऐसे बैठ के लिखना है आपने, ठीक है? मेक सेंस? All right, guys. So this is your homework for today. So I'm just copying and pasting it to you in the chat box. मैं आपको chat box में paste भी करके दे रहा हूँ, guys. And I'm also putting it as a homework topic here. मुझे लगता है मुझे ही अपना वो बदलना पड़ेगा, सॉ कीबोर्ड, जिस हिसाब से काम कर रहा है. गॉट इट गाइस? ये है आपका डेमोग्राफिक डिविडेंड और लाइफ. नहीं नहीं नहीं, सॉरी सॉरी, मैं गलत कर दिया. टॉपिक नंबर 23 था ना, जेंडर डायमेंशन, ये वाला. यहाँ पे 20 क्यों आ रहा है? यहाँ पे तो कुछ हो रहा है. अच्छा चलो, जो भी है. यस गाइस, सॉरी सॉरी, मैं, हाँ वही मैं देख रहा हूँ, कुछ गलत हो रहा है. कॉपी पेस्ट यहाँ भी कॉपी पेस्ट करने में कुछ गड़बड़ हो रहा है शायद इसमें. गाइस, दिस इज द टॉपिक, जेंडर डायमेंशंस ऑफ रूरल डेवलपमेंट बियॉन्ड पार्टिसिपेशन टू ओनरशिप. ठीक है? द वर्ड लिमिट इज 500 वर्ड्स, just exactly like your exam. Now you can, you can come as close as you can to this word limit. Okay? Yes, I'll share the whole PPT with you guys. Just give me 1 second. And this PPT and PDF will also be uploaded in your course after a little while. Okay? Yes, guys. This is the homework topic. I've pasted it in the chat box as well. Now I'm sharing the PDF with you. All right, guys. Any doubts? Any queries? As of today, we will delve deeper into the topics from tomorrow onwards. Today was just your orientation class and understanding what art of essay writing entails. Okay, guys, have you received the PDF in the chat box? PDF मिल गया सुपर्णा? Got it. Please download it and use it to your benefit. Absolutely, Avnish, you can leave now. I'm also leaving. Chale guys, so I'll take your leave for today. And I hope this will help you in your preparation and in your journey ahead. This has clarified a lot, about what you have to entail in your exam and how to go about doing it. So thank you so much for for your precious time, Manisha, and everyone. Vishal, thank you so much. Mayank, Avnish, Saparna, AJ, Avantika, Shreya, Gaurav, everyone. Thank you so much, Anu. Thank you so much, Vishal. एंड आई एम रियली थैंकफुल गाइज, आप ऐसे लिखोगे तो मुझे भी पढ़ने में बहुत मजा आएगा, एंड आई विल बी एबल टू इवेल्युएट. थैंक यू तुषार. Thank you so much, dear. So I'll be very happy if to read your essays and give you my inputs about your essays, right? कि how to frame an essay, how to go about it. Just try it, guys. Don't worry कितने marks मिलेंगे, सर क्या बोलेंगे, लिख पाएंगे नहीं लिख पाएंगे. Just do your thing. Forget about the outcome, right? Just write your essay. Let's see how it how it comes out. Then we can function on, then we can work towards improving it, right? Right. Thank you, Akash. Thank you for the kind words. And we'll go deeper into it as we go along. Right. So I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay, Mayank? I'll see you again tomorrow. Till then, guys, keep on working hard. Keep on giving your best, and I'm sure you will come out with flying colors. Okay. So all the very best. And homework. Don't forget the homework, guys. Make sure you do your research. You collect your facts and data, and then write your essay. And don't ask AI to write your essay, please. वो पेपर में नहीं आएगा AI आपका essay लिखने के लिए. पेपर में आपको ही लिखना पड़ेगा. So आप what you can do is you can take some help, but don't copy and just copy and paste it from the AI. Okay? चले guys. So see you tomorrow. Thank you so much once again. Keep on working hard. Keep on giving your best, and we will definitely do wonders. But remember the formula. Mayank याद है ना? First deserve, then desire. Okay. So have a great time, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Gaurav, खाना वाना खा लेना यार, कमजोर मत हो जाना भाई. ठीक है.